Whale. Today's end-of-year episode is sponsored by Poetry by Tales of the Nook. New book out now. Thank you. Today's end-of-year episode is our rundown of the best films we've seen throughout the whole of 2025 in the cinema. We have special guest Peter from New Jersey back to join us and break down these films and just have a fun catch-up and discussion. We hope you enjoy.
Just say welcome back.
Thanks, Drew. Welcome back. Today's a great episode. We have special guests with us once again. Our fourth whale, Mr. Peter from New Jersey. How you doing, man? I like what you look, the way you're looking right now as well.
Oh, thank you so much, Kevin. It's been a pleasure being the international ambassador for Wage Whale Podcast. Thank you so much for his comfortable hoodie, and thank you, boys, for supporting great film all year.
Oh, nice one. Looks good on you, man. So yeah, as I was saying, before we start, I just want to say thank you. It's been a great year for film, and we were going to delve into that. That's what today's episode is, talking about our favorite films and best experiences through the year in the cinema. But also thank you to everyone that we've had on the podcast. And when I mentioned the first couple of names, Drew, you'll be like, was that this year? That seems so long ago now. But just a shout out and thank you very much for coming on the podcast to Lewis Saunderson, the crying man, you'll know him as, Kate Atherton, Peter, you've been on, you're listed here quite a few times. We've got Emma as well, who is our therapist, has been on this year, Simeon from Meaning of Men, Harry Atwell, Kirsty Warren, Paul Bullion from Mission Impossible 8, Johnny Wright, writer and director, Gareth, our friend, Tash from Tash on Telly, another reviewer, Jude Shedden, my cousin's kid, my cousin first removed, great musician and film buff, Kaylee Jones, comedian, Courtney Kitty, Brittany McVicker, Big Scoop, Colin McCready, and I don't know if you saw that last week, Colin McCready posted a picture of him hanging out with his mate Ewan McGregor from Shallow Grave Days. Mr. Rant, Prevailing Strange, a couple of people from Australia there. Nicole from California, Marina Salega, and we got Chris Baker just recently as well, another director we know. Alex and Guy from At the Helm Productions, and Amelia Clark, whose episode goes out next week, so tune in for that one. That's a great one. And Elliot and James from That's Not How It Went Down podcast, award-winning podcast. That's out late January. So apologies for that long list, but
Wow.
so many people gave us their time this year, and we love you all for it. And I think that's what's important about this podcast. I was chatting to my partner the other day, and podcasts I listen to a lot because I drive around on my own a lot. And there's a mental health aspect to this, irrelevant whether you think it or not, even if we're being stupid. It's like, you know, if you just want to have a laugh and learn something new, you're not going to be alone. Just listen to friends. You know, it's a pleasant place to be for us. And I listen to some weird podcasts, and they're all fun. You know, if it's a comedy one, it doesn't have to be about mental health or anything serious, but it can help, I think.
That's beautifully said. I was just going to say real quick, a friend of mine in Ireland, Owen, said something beautiful. He says, I think it's great what you're doing with Rage Whale, that you can create so much kind of levity, stupidity and fun and silliness when the world is quite scary, dark, serious and like all conspiratorial. And you can just have so much kind of play. And like you said, it's like hanging out with people. I think that's what radio is anyway. When people are on their way to see a show or go shopping and they put the radio on, it's fun, warm, friendly voices, and it feels like you know them. It's like hanging out with friends. So yeah,
exactly. And if you're someone in the movie industry or movie reviewer or anything that wants to be involved in the future, drop us a message on Instagram at Ragewell Podcast, or our email address, which is ragewell@yahoo.com. Drop us a message. But today's episode is sponsored by Tales of the Nook. Drew, what's Tales of the Nook?
Tales of the Nook. It's my Instagram handle for some poetry I do. Trying to put the world to rights with the power of one's ink.
Modeled by Peter.
modeled by the lovely Peter here. I have a book called Drunk on Lies, Sober on Truth, which feels very kind of apt and current at the moment with the way the world is. Just trying to make sense of the nonsensicalness of said species, humans, and what we're doing in this crazy world. Poetry, chaos, and poetry balance and chaos. And I believe Pete is potentially gonna read some of this.
I just picked a couple short ones while I could last night. So here we go. We have What Land? Have we been kind to this land? Will our children pay the price for our hand? In this complex, dying world, now an apocalyptic wasteland. Not many trees left. It's just old, rusted advertising signs that stand, and amongst the blood-stained sand. A life of bliss for those just born has now been canned. But will the young understand? As we have wiped our hands, tried to create a facelift for this planet, instead of fixing the root cause. We do nothing as we watch ongoing wars, lives now in tatters, as the rich leave us to colonize Mars. Very true. Do we deserve this planet? Have we pushed it too far? It started with a big bang, but is that what ends it? We are emotional bombs with a short fuse. It's just how some of us are wired. Is life the game humans were destined to lose? As we get confused and just consume everything like it's junk food. That is true. Drinking up all the planet's juice, then disregarding it like a rotten fruit. Generations have tried to change the tide of time. Those that did have now long expired. We're the new souls that have now been hired. But is chaos the weather that will rain down upon us? Is that will transpire? Failed moments eaten away in the fire. This is a subject I can never get tired of, as I barely sleep these days, dreaming of ways to save our lost human race. Wow, Drew. Powerful stuff, I must say.
Very good.
What land?
It's really interesting.
We are
hearing
living
it
in a weird
from him.
time, I must say, but it's also a make or break moment of time, I feel like. So it totally hit me as I read this, to be honest with you. Good stuff.
Oh, thank you, bro. I really, really appreciate it, man. And thank you for the support.
Totally. Yeah. I'm going to read some to my parents this Christmas, I think. Cinnamon Sin. Here we go. Okay. There's some others in here. Yeah.
No, that's good, man. It's always strange hearing someone else say it as well when it's not Drew as well. It's quite interesting. It started sounding a little bit like Julius from Pulp Fiction towards the end there. So
If I was narrating a bit, it's only because I've been doing grant applications lately, so I've been having to like do these pronunciations for my own videos. But
Just a quick message to thank you all for listening to our show, whether it's through Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. If you are enjoying, why not follow, click to subscribe, and leave a 5-star review. Also, a reminder to follow us on Instagram and TikTok for fun clips from the show. We love and appreciate your support, and thanks for sharing us with friends. This helps us to grow, improve, and continue creating. Now, back to the conversation.
How are things going anyway, Peter, with yourself and in life in general? You are, because I know you're pretty negative. Not negative is the wrong word. You've had some bad experiences in the cinema recently, which has changed your outlook on what you're planning on doing in the new year.
oh man, I think it's a lot of things, to be honest with you. I've been fortunate and unfortunate to be laid off during August of this year. And when you have time, you have time. And I try to invest into myself. And I guess my best talent is probably my visual art, painting landscapes. And I finally have a clear vision. You know, I feel like Spielberg now. I'm wearing hats to promote what I'm trying to do now. I even got this one, $2.99 for another story I'm doing. Point is this though. I really got to focus on some of these collections I always had planned as retirement plans. But now I've had a lot of time these last 4 months to get a head start. So this one collection I'm working on, which is based on my time in the Adirondack Mountains of upstate New York, hence the hat. It's going to be 46 pieces, and each one is for each different high peak of those mountains. Like there's 46 of them above 4,000 in elevation feet.
Wow.
So there's a program called 46ers. But the point of this collection, though, is to see my favorite perspective of each mountain, because some of those experiences have no photos because of weather, extreme rain, extreme snow, you name it. So this is going to be my perspective and what I thought were the best moments of each mountain. This is such a clear vision where I now have only 6 skies left. And skies, I'm not sure how many times you guys have painted. If you do a big sky on a painting, it could take up the most room on a canvas. So I'm like 6 away from getting this 40, getting 6 more skies out of the way. So this will get a chunk out of my process. But because I'm so into this now, I want to do residencies in the Adirondacks. So I started applying for residencies and grants too, as like, a backup plan. I'm on unemployment right now, but God forbid it runs out and I still don't have a job. That's going to be, I hope, like a backup plan.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I'm both like job interviewing for my usual boring life as an accountant, but I'm also had enough time to invest into this direction of really trying to push my art now and share not just my love for nature, but also my sacrifices that went along with this. And some perspectives you'll never get, I feel like. And that's what I've been working on. A lot of job interviews, art projects, and applications associated with these projects. Now, in regards to movies, though, you're right. I did have a bad experience last month, but going to my projects, I think God is me or some force out there, the force, is telling me to focus on is trying to get me to focus on my own movie, my own art. And so going to what you were saying, how I had a bad experience, 3 days in a row, 3 different theaters, 3 different kinds of incidents. So I went to Wicked for Good very early, like 2 o'clock, first day showing. In my mind, I'm like, this is the diehards, and no kids are going to be there. It's 2 o'clock. A dad I see in front of me brought his 3-4-year-old daughter, and he went all out. He had the shirt on, the popcorn bucket, the big cup, anything Wicked, the posters. And I'm like, wow, what a great dad. The daughter did not give a fuck the whole movie. And this is IMAX. I felt so bad for this dad. Luckily, I think I actually had this Wage Whale hoodie on, and I put it on. So they were out of sight, but I could tell he was having the worst time of his life because he was shaking his head towards the end. But my point with this experience is, why is IMAX allowed to a certain age range? Like, if this is supposed to be the most optimal experience,
And expensive.
why, are you going to bring children here? That's just my take. Day 2 is when it really got bad. Brendan Fraser's new film, Rental Family, where he's living in Japan.
Yeah, we still don't have that one yet.
Still not. Wow. Okay. It was quick here, maybe 1 week. Great time. Brendan is, but he was always great in my opinion. Brendan, whatever he does, he was always great.
Agreed.
I hear a phone ring behind me, 4 rows, something like that. And I'm like, oh no. And I hear the mumbling going on. And I'm like, oh no, are they talking? And this is like a kind of 20 minutes toward the end, like the grand finale. You could tell like this is a crucial moment in the film. And I'm like, shh. My gentle approach. Gentle approach number 2. Shh. A longer shush. Number 3. I'm doing this backwards to them as I'm in the chair. They're still talking.
He's giving them the middle finger, guys.
I stand up.
Twice.
I stand
Oh,
up, and then they're like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "No, you're not." And then I just moved up like 5 rows. I'm like,
that's just
but
yeah.
it ruined the whole, ending. What could have felt like an ending. It was just so rude that someone was doing this conversation, and I gently tried, like a little bit. The next day was probably the worst, though. Sisu 2. That's the guy from Eastern Europe, big action psycho dad.
Gun the army one.
Yeah, exactly, the tanker. And I was like mildly excited. I thought the trailer looked great. I got me and my brother tickets as close as you can go without breaking your neck. That 3, 4, whatever it may be for some people. And we go in, we sit. There's a couple behind us. They're whispering through the trailers. That is fine. You're allowed to talk during trailers.
Doesn't it make you nervous though? We get that all the time. People chatting
all the
then,
time.
Then they shut up and I'm like, thank God for that, because I was getting really wound up. Because like whispering, you don't mind in the background, but when people are like quite loudly laughing and joking during the trailers, it's like we still kind of want to watch this,
Yeah.
but I can't have a go at you yet because the film hasn't started. But yeah, sorry, carry on, Pierre.
Oh, no worries. And that happened to me actually in Jurassic, what is it called? Rebirth. Jurassic World Rebirth. They had the Odyssey trailer. And these two guys next to me, I could tell they haven't seen each other in a while and they're talking it up. But I was like, shh, this is Christopher Nolan's new film. And they actually did. Yeah. This is important right now. But to finish the Sisu 2, the whispering continued into the first 10 minutes of the film. And I was like, what is going on? And my brother started the gentle shh. Still going. Still going. I turned my head because there's space in between. And I'm like, the guy is literally on his phone voice texting. Voice texting.
Whoa.
Not texting. Voice text in a movie theater.
Americans are
like he could have been texting, in this theater. I was just like, I am sorry, but we can hear you and every word that you're saying. Can you please just go to one of the rows in the back? And this guy is so lazy or just so selfish that he's like, oh, what the fuck? This and that, dropping the F-bomb. His girlfriend's actually like calming him down.
Yeah.
And he does like a blurt like, you could have been nice about it. And I was like, I was.
Do you want to see it escalate, mate?
The level of laziness is getting ridiculous because someone was saying
it really is. I think the recliners might have to do with it. I think they're in a bubble sometimes.
Yeah, so someone was saying this the other day though, that like it's nice having the ability to leave a voice note. It's not nice having to listen to one because it could be 5 minutes. And you almost need to do tasks while you're listening to whoever left you a 5-minute voice note. But then at the same time, it's like if you're leaving 5-minute voice notes to each other, just fucking pick up the phone, have a conversation.
Yeah.
What is going on?
There's a lady at my gym. She scared me once by doing this in front of me. Like I'm doing an abs thing, I'm turning with it, and all of a sudden, blah 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 blah, like comes in front of me with her phone, and I'm like, oh god. And then she's like, oh shit. Yeah, you could startle people doing this. Like,
well, to go to like movies, then I was in the cinema yesterday seeing Housemaids, and which is really much better than I expected it to be. But
absolutely,
we won't tell any of the plot because I didn't know anything going in, and I'm very glad about that. But when the film ramps up its excitement levels to violent things towards the end, that's like the bit where you're gripped, right? There's a young lad next to me. I say young, he was probably like late 20s, early 30s, I don't know. But anyway, he didn't make a peep the entire time, except the occasional snotty sniff, which annoyed me. But anyway, half an hour, 40 minutes before the end, he checked his phone maybe like 3 or 4 times. It was just a quick flash, obviously just to check the time. It annoyed me, but I'm not going to kick off about it. But when things were like, oh shit's happening, it was like an exciting bit. He looked at his phone and I could see he was sitting next to me and he had the screen was on for a good like minute, and I glanced over. I thought, what is important? I looked over, he's just scrolling through his picture roll. And I was like,
that's it.
What? And I looked back again, and he started opening up Instagram and just glancing, and he was leaning on the thing like that, so his elbow was on the thing. So I bashed him like actually fairly hard and knocked his elbow off, so he dropped his head, and I went, "Dude, off!" And he just would like instantly turned that and didn't make a sign. And the second the credits came up, as soon as it went boom, he fucking ran. He was like,
Kevin, that was bold.
He'll have a big bruise there.
Yeah, I wasn't mean, but it was like a oi. It wasn't
Wow.
excuse me. It was like, fucking stop it. It was like I was telling off a child, basically. I was like, fucking stop it.
Yeah.
I think this is not just a thing in England. This is international. This is a problem. I see people in Ireland, Australia, everywhere complaining about etiquette
it's
lately. It's almost a civil war, I
It's
feel
not
like. in
even
this.
young people. You assume it's young people who can't get off their phones, but it's quite often old people
Yes.
that don't stand where they are.
This is the addiction, though, guys. Like, it's become so apparent that we feel naked without our phones. The fact that it's like, guys, you turn it, I either put mine on airplane mode or fully off. And I'm grateful for the 2.5 hours of just escapism in another world. The idea of you trying to go to a movie to appreciate a story or go to a sci-fi, a new land, a new experience, but then you're like flicking through Instagram. You're like, well, that's just taking you out of it fully.
Yeah. I had a
What are you
few
doing?
vibrations when I was in the film, which was probably from you or James messaging on WhatsApp, but I
That's
can
work,
ignore
that's
that. That didn't take me out of it. I'm still like, I don't care. I'm 2
It's more of
hours.
a
not a
detox
long-
experience. Oh, yeah.
Well, how do you guys want to do this? Going through our favorite films of the year. Do you just want to talk about your favorite films, or do you want to go January, February, March, April, see what came out, and if there's any comments on each, or what? I've got a list of everything here.
That's quite fun. I mean, I don't know what you think, Pete.
I'm flexible. I got like either what I thought was disappointing, top 10, some honorable mentions. I'm ready to go for any format, really.
Yeah.
Well, should we talk about? Well, I suppose if we go through month by month, I'm not going to talk about every film, but I'll just list the ones I saw in January, and say if there's anything that was like, oh, that shit, that was great, perhaps. Because there was actually a lot, and I think again it's different from America to here. Because my number one choice for this year is the first film I saw, which was like January the 1st, which was Nosferatu. Which
that was technically Christmas Day for us. That was our Marty Supreme last year.
yeah, so I'm not including that in this year's because it is last year's in the rest of the world. But yeah, you had Nosferatu, A Real Pain, A Complete Unknown, which was great. Another one with what's his face?
Hamlet.
Oh, that's the bookmark I have in the book, actually.
A Complete Unknown, yeah,
Oh, wow.
which I've watched on Disney twice since it came out as well. And Presence, that ghost one that's not a horror. And I saw Seven. I saw a lot of films that were old films. I mean, apart from Nosferatu, none of them stand out as exceptional.
Oh, Kill Bill, that just came out recently, too. The Whole Bloody Affair.
Yeah, watch that. Brilliant.
Revenge of the Sith, that was another re-release. We had Jaws and Back to the Future in the States.
Yeah, same.
That was big. I loved Back to the Future. It was full IMAX. Like, granted, it's cropped to fit the full screen, but I love it
Yeah.
when it's that big.
Didn't they have a Nolan fest as well? Didn't they bring back all the Batmans?
Oh, yeah. And Interstellar. And what was the one I saw?
Inception.
Yeah, I saw Inception. Yeah, I saw Inception
Did
again.
you see Tenet? Did you see Tenet at the cinema, Kev?
Yeah, I saw it during the pandemic.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I saw it during the pandemic and again this year. It's the second time I ever saw it, but it was also in a theater again. So I'm glad to see it both times like that. And that car scene, oh man, iconic.
So fucking good.
Well, that the old films that I saw in the cinema were Kill Bill, The Whole Bloody Affair, Heat, Robert De Niro, Al Pacino,
I missed that.
The Shining, 45-year anniversary, Gremlins, Seven, Terminator 2, which in the cinema I'd never seen before. That was incredible. Inception, 28 weeks later and 28 days later, and GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Which
GoldenEye. I love that death where she kills him with her thighs.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God. Senor, I can't breathe. Yeah.
I think I was like 12 years old watching that. I'm like, man, I'm scared of women, I think.
That came out at the same time as Toy Story because I remember being a kid and I was in Tesco's and there was two VHSs and Mum was like, you can buy one and a nice little treat, and she could see how torn I was, like the anxiety of not being able to let go, like trying to take one and I couldn't put the other one down. She's like, okay, you can have Toy Story and GoldenEye, and it was like, I was like, oh my god, it was like the best moment in my life. Like, so
What a mix.
yeah. That's what I mean. It was so mad that they came out at the same time. I was like, that is mental.
I think, that was the other one I caught this year. If we're talking 95, Apollo 13 was another one that came out in the States, at least they re-released.
Oh, yeah. It's got Kevin Bacon and everyone in it, isn't it?
Kevin Bacon, yeah.
Yeah, it's got the whole shebang.
Yeah. No,
And now
cool.
he's like, he should just have a podcast at this point. I feel like he's just trying to be a cinephile now at this point on Instagram. He just
him and
does
his wife.
reviews. Like,
But
he's
good.
cutting into the market, man. I don't like this, to be honest with you. he's taking over. We're trying to make a name for ourselves. This guy.
He's out here and Kev's just,
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon's just,
See, that's the thing. Like, you do these podcasts and stuff, and there's some great quality ones that we've done, and other people that are just like you say, cinephiles or things like people enjoying this sort of stuff. And then you go on Spotify to look at podcasts, and it's all famous people and famous comedians. You can't find normal people ones. You have to really, really scroll for them unless you know them already. So, like, what hope have we got?
Yeah, even on American news, they only mention two. It's like Joe Rogan or Amy Poehler. That's kind of it on the news here.
Amy
I feel
Poehler
like
one's really good, though, to be fair. But like, she jumped on the bandwagon from what Smartless was doing, and she succeeded them in the space of like half a year. She's gone through the roof.
she's catapulted for sure. Yeah, they use her show as references all the time now. I feel like in interviews.
She's brand new, but she's really good as well. It does have a very heavy like female voice, which is really good. She gets on a lot of female guests. She gets male guests on as well, but it's just a different, I don't know, there's something very pleasant about it. There's piss taking, but it's not as abrupt as the men ones. So it's quite nice to have like the softly version of piss taking. It's pleasant. I listen to her all the time. She's very
gentle piss extraction.
Gentle piss extraction. All right. Nothing notable from January. A Real Pain I thought was really good, but February, that's when we had Companion.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys saw that. Yeah, I missed out on that one.
Definitely recommend. Led Zeppelin documentary came out. Loved that. The Monkey, the worst film of the year, I think.
Oh yeah.
That was towards the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah, that was in my, shockingly disappointing films. Yeah, The Monkey was right.
When I wanted to look at my phone. I didn't, but I wanted to.
There. Yeah.
It was like, what are we trying to do here? Is it Final Destination? Is it a spoof on Final Destination?
Yeah.
What are we trying to do here?
Because some of the deaths were quite cool, though, weren't they? Like the over the top one with her smashing her head into the water, and then the spikes.
Oh, yeah, getting burned.
Yes.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And that's
and
her
then she puts her foot in a bin and then falls down the stairs, and then
in the imagery of the pram rolling along on fire was really cool.
Yeah,
that was haunting, but in the
visually great, that shot.
It was great in the trailer, but in the film it was kind of pointless.
Very irrelevant. I agree.
Is it me though? Like, and this sounds a bit harsh because I'm sure the actor has done other things, and I know he was in The Gentleman and whatnot, and I can't remember his name for the love of God right now.
Yeah, he was rubbish.
But when it was the kids and it was the intro part, the film was great. And I'm sorry, as soon as it was older and it was that guy, he had such a wonderful opportunity to showcase himself as an actor because he gets to play a duality of two characters, and they were both just as boring as each other. And it's like, man, the
second version was more interesting, but we only saw him for like 5 minutes, so it was kind of pointless.
But even still, it was
Theo
just like
James.
Yeah. Theo James, yeah.
But because it was so bad, I was not interested in seeing what was the other film he brought out. Osgood Perkins. Keeper. The trailer.
I skipped that too. Same thing.
Couldn't be arsed.
Yeah.
And the reviews didn't help either.
Yeah. I thought, oh wait, it'll be fine. I'll wait, and then the reviews got worse and worse. I'm like, I might never see this film.
I was close to going. I refunded or exchanged my ticket out. I was like, you know what? Nah, no persuasion right now.
Well, I
The
guess
trailer was
it's not-
annoying as well because it was a whole perception from the woman's point of view, then another perception from the man's point of view in a couple, and
Yeah.
it was like 2 minutes of her being scared of her husband, and then 2 minutes of her husband being scared of her. I'm like, well, that's a really long, boring trailer repeated twice. I was like, this
boring
is
from
not
both
helping.
sides.
It also felt like here is the movie. You're
Yeah.
gonna get two perspectives, and I'm just gonna be like, yeah, this is any relationship.
Why don't people just give us teasers anymore? Just give
Fly
us
on the wall.
teasers.
Fly on the wall documentary of domestic abuse or something. You know, it's like strange.
Yeah, terrible. And in February was one of what? Well, we'll glance through them. We won't talk in detail, like I said. But when we get to the end, we go to like everyone's top 10, and we'll go into more detail. But like, yeah, in February, like Bridget Jones came out, which I doubt translates that well in America. But that's
Is
one
that
of
the baby
top
one?
10.
She has the baby.
There is a following here. I just
Had-
never got on it. You know, I just think it just didn't, hit me or click with me.
Drew, it's not a baby one. That was like 10 years ago. It's Mad About the Boy.
Mad About the Boy. Yes.
That apart from, I was just saying to Drew, Peter, that Housemaids that I saw a couple of days ago, granted it was Christmas break and a lot of people were off work, but it was the busiest the cinema's been all year, except for Heat, which was 45-year anniversary, and the old ones generally are busier, and Bridget Jones. Bridget Jones, there was not a seat free, and I was surrounded, but I went on my own, and I was in a sea of middle-aged women.
Fair.
And I had the best time. It was the warmest laughter as you could hear. It was Bridget Jones is just hilarious, just really good.
It's good fun. It's good fun.
All
Her
right.
English accent is amazing as well. Can we just say Renée Zellweger's British accent is flawless.
Always forget she's not British, to be honest.
This is what I mean, though. How she can't. It sounds weird because obviously it's comedy and you can't be nominated for comedy and blah blah blah. But her transition to make you believe who she's playing is a British person fully, and then the fact that she's American, it's like that transformation is mind blowing.
I also think a lot of people slept on that film this year because it's just like the fourth sequel of a quite just average. Well, it's not average. They're brilliant films, but like, yeah, it hits a demographic, but everyone would love it anyway. Yeah. March.
And sequels in general, it's hard. It's really hard to keep people going. I mean, even Avatar 3, I think was like the weakest opening of all three, technically, if you count inflation.
Money wise, yeah.
Yeah, so it's just a thing. It's hard to get people to keep going over time.
Yeah.
Well,
can I? Oh,
go on.
I was just going to say something that DiCaprio said in a really interesting interview when he's being interviewed on about One Battle After Another. And they said, "Oh, what are your thoughts on box office these days? Because we know that this didn't perform as well as one might have hoped." And he said, "Listen, that's a really interesting question, but he says we are drowning in content right now." And he says, movies and cinema is now a choice. It's not the fun thing it was back in the day because you've got so much entertainment pouring through your TVs at home. He says, I'd like to think that the people that are making the choice, they know what they're coming for. They're coming for a great experience that's cinematic, that's going to blow you away, that you can't experience at a living room, even with the highest tech, surround sound and blah, blah, blah. But also you've got that experience of all of these strangers that loads of more and more people are saying, like Steven Spielberg said it the other day, that you've got strangers and you might not agree with anything going on in life with them, but for that 2 hours and a half or whatever, you are sharing in the most amazing experience together. You're laughing at the right moments, you're potentially crying at the right moments, but you never meet each other after that. Once you escape that cinema, you go back to your normal lives, and that's this weird kind of magic paradox of movie, of sharing.
That's the greatest thing about any group activity. Like me and Peter are going to metal gigs, like-minded people, but there could be some very left-wing and right-wing people there hanging out, but they're there for the same violence.
Experience.
Oh man, I can't believe how much of a community it is to become for me, to be honest with you. I meet a lot of people at shows now, not even through Instagram. I mean, I do meet some people through Instagram at shows, but man, it's really become church. It really has. Like,
yeah,
how you been? How you doing? You know, what concert you going to? That's the power of music, I guess, at the end of the day. Excuse me for 1 second. I'm going to try to get my phone charger in my phone. No.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah.
But-
Thank you.
But no, I completely agree with you. And it's not only just that, but like you say, like fighting for attention. Like what in the 90s, like what was cinema fighting against? There wasn't really much. We were out kicking a football, or there was nothing on TV. Like Sky didn't exist, or all these sort of other stuff. So cinema was like an event or a proper day out as well. It wasn't just like popping to. You made a conscious decision to go. Whereas now it's a mix of either people like us that just go and see everything because we got the free card, or the people that go, I'm not spending £20 to go and see an IMAX film, especially when there's like 2 or 3 of us. That's 60 quid.
Yes.
That's plus popcorn, which is horrendous. Like, so.
Well, do you remember when the other thing with the newspapers? I don't always remember if it had the names of the actors and the artists involved. I swear it just had the blurb. And back in the day, I remember being in the living room.
15, that's it.
Yeah, and you'd read it. You'd be like, oh, it says 2 Days in the Valley. Like, oh, what's that about? And then you'd actually read the blurb to your friends in the living room. And they'd be like, yeah, that sounds all right. Let's go. And you'd go off that. You'd go off the kind of blurb in the newspaper.
Yeah.
Even TV guides used to have that too. If like you had cable TV back in the day, that's how I learned a lot of cinema through some basic cable TV show networks. I mean, and then you're reading the blurbs though, like before it's programmed for 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon. It's like, oh, you know what? That might be worth the time. Actually, okay, yeah, sure. I remember looking up the times for movies in the newspaper. Like, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
You have to call the theater if you want the actual, up-to-date times to make sure it was correct. There were a lot of ins and outs. I remember waiting in lines for tickets. The only time, actually, I had to wait in line for tickets was episode 1 in 1999. For the Phantom Menace. When they went on sale, I had to get midnight tickets. So I waited. It was like 2 hours, I want to say. Right after a high school day. I went straight there. I biked right over there.
I think one of the biggest cinema experiences for me, if we just share a quick cinema experience for us, was it was The Dark Knight. And we all managed to get our tickets in advance. It was sold out, packed out cinema in Leicester Square. And I swear it was almost like a midnight showing. And it was the most amazing. Like I got it was myself, my wife, and my brother, and loads of my mates, and we all just got there. But we had I don't know how we managed to do it. We had like a whole line of us. I swear there was like 10 of us, and we were all just in awe of this movie. And it was the most amazing. Coming out at 2:30 in the morning, and like just the cold air hitting you, and like you're buzzing and going, that movie blew my mind. And everyone's going to say forever, like the Heath Ledger performance, and like you're just never going to forget that experience.
There's not that many of those sort of experiences, is there? Like there's personal experiences that you or me might have had because it was important to you, but like global things like, Phantom Menace, Star Wars hadn't been uttered in 20 years. So that was a life-changing moment for everyone, really. But yeah, Dark Knight, because Batman Begins did so well. Me and Chris Donahue, we got tickets. We went to Waterloo IMAX, and we couldn't get. We only got tickets like kind of bottom right, like a bit neck ache watching.
That was me too, actually. Yeah, IMAX, same thing. For Dark Knight.
So I don't know if you know much about London. Like when Drew's mentioned like Leicester Square, that's where all the premieres in London are. That's where all like the famous people come. But there's the big IMAX, which is one of the biggest IMAXs in the world, which is at Waterloo Station. And it's
Tom Cruise is
on a roundabout, and it's one big circular building that is purely just this fucking IMAX building. And it is one of the biggest screens in the world, and it is massive.
Yeah. Tom Cruise was stood on it. Do you remember recently? Tom Cruise was stood on it, tied on or something.
Oh yeah, and that brings us to Marty Supreme, because what's his name? Timothy Chalamet was on top of the Sphere in Vegas.
Oh yeah,
on top of that big bowl, screaming, being weird.
I think he's just borrowing ideas. But I'm happy to be an actor.
I honestly think since he's been hanging out with Adam Sandler, he's becoming a miniature Adam Sandler.
That's so mad because who was the comedian that said Chamonix? It sounds like something that
Oh,
Annabelle
like,
would say.
what's her
And
name?
now the two of like through her like spiel, they've just become buddies. Like it's mental.
Yeah, they have that special on Netflix, I think now.
Well, I was talking to my mate Ryan the other day. We went to go and see Avatar, and then afterwards we went to our local craft beer place, Sandstone in Westminster Park, Chester. Shout out. We went there, and we were chatting about and we mentioned about Chamelet. And what can you remember the speech he gave when he won, when he was like talking about winning the Oscars or awards, and he was like, "I want to be the best."
At the SAG Actors, where he won, that was the only one he won for A Complete Unknown, the SAG Awards.
He says, "I want to be the best" or something.
Yeah,
right?
and there was a mix of responses, wasn't there? There was people who goes, "What an arrogant prick," and there was other people going, "Good on him. Say what you want to be doing. That's great." But he did have arrogance in the way he was saying it. But he's got. If I just played Bob Dylan and sunk into his role and did an amazing performance, I'd be arrogant as fuck as well. But that's when he was doing that. That's when he was starting filming like Marty Supreme. And I feel like he has gone method in the sense that I'm playing a prick in a film, because Marty Supreme, he is playing a guaranteed. Everyone who's reviewed it says he's a prick. It's like watching Uncut Gems. It's that stressful all the way through, and you don't like him, and it's amazing. Everyone's saying it's one of the best films.
Yeah.
But he's a prick, and I'm like, he's been a prick for the last year. Like, not really. He's entertaining, but he's got an attitude about him, hasn't he? And I think maybe he's deliberately, like, now he's doing that S-key rapping thing, so he's becoming someone else. Like, he's got a new personality. He's got a different personality every year.
He's going.
He's also at an advantage that Leonardo DiCaprio didn't have. I consider him the Leo of Gen Z, Timothy. Like, he has that same hype that Leo films used to have when they came out. Now he's the one that people go to. Like, one battle after another. Sure, it should have made more money, but I think we hit the reality that Leo is not the it guy anymore. Timmy is the it guy now for this generation. So, going to what you were saying about method acting, I bet you he might have been filming already, and he had a feeling he's onward to greatness. I think that's what he was saying during the speech. I want greatness, or I want to achieve greatness. Yeah. Now, I see the arrogant side of this slightly, because he did have two big chances to nail it last year. Not just A Complete Unknown. Dune 2. He could have really gone a little bit more, like Lawrence of Arabia style. Take it up a notch.
That got nothing.
Nothing.
That's not worth anything.
It's even this all these nominations right now, the American Film Institute, People's Choice. Some of them I think it's a little absurd. Some of them that we're getting. Wicked for Good. I think they lobbied that hard. We could get into disappointments. Wicked for Good, that was disappointing. Sentimental Value, I thought was absolute dog crap, to be honest with you.
Well, that's getting a lot of heat at the moment.
I know.
We don't have that.
I was excited. I took a break from going to the theater, but I was like, oh, I got to see Sentimental Value.
We've not had that. We didn't get Train Dreams, although it's now on Netflix.
Yeah.
I saw it on Netflix, not in the theater.
And we haven't got Hamnet. Hamnet comes out in January here.
What? You guys haven't got Hamnet yet?
Yeah, it's British, about British stuff. It's about
That's what I mean.
All British actors. And you pricks get it first. What's that about?
You guys are responsible for all of entertainment. Rock and roll, acting, literature, poetry, heavy metal.
Yeah.
I'll admit it.
That's an American telling us that. Amazing.
It all starts there.
That's a clip, guys. That's a clip right there.
Well, yeah. What would metal and rock be without the Beatles or Black Sabbath or Led Zeppelin?
Rolling Stones, The Who. It goes on.
There we go. But I'm just trying to see. Is Hamnet? Is it? Oh, it's directed by Chloe Zhao. Maybe that's why, because she's not English. She's Chinese. Maybe
it is produced by Spielberg, though, an Amblin release or production.
There we go. Americans are producing it. That's why they're getting it.
Oh, things are getting tricky over here.
Yeah, but it's like it's like as well, like other films like Die My Love. Martin Scorsese's part of that, and that's kind of why it kind of got a big boost. But anyway, I think we deviate. Shall I go into March, April, and
go? Yeah.
Oh,
And then-
sure. Yeah.
and then
I forgot what we were doing then for a second.
and then
Yeah.
we'll just go into our top 10. And I've got a feeling, I should we make a bet? If we're doing top 10, I'm going to bet at least 6 of mine in both are in both of yours.
Yeah, I bet.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
there'll be 4 that is not in both of yours, but I think there'll be 6 that are going to be in all. We're all going to have the same 6 minimum.
Let's see. Okay. Okay.
I think, yeah, I definitely think we're going to have.
That's my thought. What's your number? What do you reckon we're all going to say the same of? How many?
I'm going to go with actually be more conservative of 4.
4.
I'm going to
Yeah.
go in between your 6 and 4 and go 5 just for fun.
Prick, are we? You could have
I'm
gone.
just gonna do it, yeah.
7.
I'm just going to
Don't
do
be a
a
Shyamalan.
Shyamalan on you and be like, yeah, I want to get my 5 in there.
All right. Shall I just rattle through them and we'll discuss? So March, we've got Mickey 17, Marching Powder with Danny Dyer, if anyone saw that one.
Oh, yeah, the cocaine thing, yeah.
Opus with Ao Adabiri.
No.
Skipped it.
That was quite good. Last Breath, Woody Harrelson going under the water with a
Oh, yeah, well, it goes wrong, doesn't it? Yeah, no, I didn't.
some streaming already. Terminator 2, Inception, Alto Night. I didn't realize that. I thought it was ages
yeah,
ago.
Oh, I
sadly,
missed that too.
I put sadly disappointing, guys.
Yes, I wouldn't rush to it, Peter.
The Alto Night.
Okay.
No, what's
No rush.
fascinating though, guys? Hang on, there is something fascinating about it. Alto Nights. De Niro is playing dual characters again, so he's playing 2 different people. But what people were interestingly saying, the other character that he's playing would have been what Joe Pesci's doing, and he's trying to play it a bit Joe Pesci, and that's what everyone was like. Oh,
I think
that's
that there was
really
no
interesting.
reason for him to be playing 2 parts.
No, yeah.
Zero reason. It didn't add anything, and it wasn't
Yeah.
like impressive
look,
enough to go, oh wow, twins.
The dialogue is
But while
amazing.
we're on April, and Sinners came out around the same time, I believe. Speaking of double acting with
Duality,
Michael B.
yeah.
Jordan, my friend had the same remark how you're going about De Niro. She was like, I don't get it. Why did he play 2 characters? I'm like, well, it was twins. And she's like, it didn't have to be.
Yeah, but
Another good
also, how does that work on a payment side of things? So does that mean technically you get paid twice? Because
No,
Ooh, a double royalty, perhaps.
yeah, because
he
you're
would have
playing
got
2
paid a bit
characters.
more than average, but he's not getting paid double. No,
Because it was like
100%.
Tom Hardy was one of the first people to do that as well with Legend, which I think is one of the most underrated movies. Like that is a masterpiece. That's a perfect example of how you transform. When you're seeing those 2 different brothers, Tom Hardy's done such great work that you forget that he's playing the 2 people.
changed his mouth and his
Yeah,
face, so he wasn't
Yeah.
just talking different. He was like,
yeah. And one speaks a bit like that. One speaks a bit like that. You think we look alike? And then the other one is a bit more like Tom Hardy, but a bit lighter voice, like a bit like that. Come on, shut up, bro.
It prepared him for Venom. Who would have thought?
Yes.
yeah,
Then off the back of that, I have to say that Save the Last Dance was just that was disappointing, man.
what?
I didn't even go. I couldn't make it. It's like Stranger Things. My interest has just dropped off at this point.
What you on about? Save the
Then-
Last Dance?
Not Save the Last Dance, Venom Last Dance, not Save.
Yeah, I understood. Yeah.
Oh,
It
sorry.
was it was disappointing. I was
Oh, I liked
really
it.
excited about it.
I liked
I
it.
still think
It
I
wasn't
still think-
great, but I liked it.
yeah, it was all right.
Things
It
can be
was
good
fun.
and not great at the same time.
Wait a minute. I
fun.
did see it. The horse. Yeah. my bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
The performance was great. It's kind of like Tom Hardy's doing a bit of a kind of Jim Carrey kind of The Mask, but with Venom.
I feel like the first one he was so into it because he
so
thought it was going to
good.
be R-rated and
Yeah.
it wasn't. And the
Yeah.
second one felt like he phoned it in because he knows it's going to be shit. And
Yeah.
the third one he embraced it and went full on, and
Yeah.
it was actually quite good for
Yeah.
a family-friendly comic booky.
Yeah.
The
type-
first one was actually a tad serious, it seems. Like
Yeah.
the one where he's at the restaurant getting the lobsters
Yeah.
out. Like, that was kind of an intense scene, I thought, in retrospect.
I love
It's still
the first one.
up
I
there.
still think the first one, even though at the time people were like really shitting on the first one, I still think it's the strongest out of the 3. Like
Yeah,
it's really, really good.
easily. Yeah, 2, they rushed Carnage too. I mean, if you followed Spider-Man when younger, like I did, they really rushed the Carnage aspect, I felt like. They could have
Yeah.
milked that over 2 movies if they wanted to.
Yeah. It
By
did
the
feel
way,
rushed though when you
that
watched
didn't
that.
come out last year. So
Yeah,
March,
damn
March, April got Novocaine, which
I
I
heard
thought
all
was
right
really
things about
good.
that. I heard
It
all.
was okay.
I enjoyed it. Drew, you'll definitely enjoy it. It's good fun.
Okay.
Amateur with Rami Malek.
Oh yeah.
I missed it.
James said that was one of his best of the year, but he has seen 3 films in the cinema last year, so his opinion.
Disqualified.
That's why he's not on this episode, because
Slamming the book.
it would be pointless. 1 to 1, which is the John and Yoko documentary. If anyone's into music, that was really good.
Man, I missed a lot. I saw a lot, but damn.
You've seen more. Like, these are just the ones I've seen. You've seen like 10 more of these. You've seen more than I have. Death of a Unicorn. I
I was a little disappointed with that. It could have been so much better. I feel
too.
like it had
Drew's
a lot of
not-
potential.
Yeah, Drew's not allowed an opinion on this one either, because he fell asleep for 40 minutes in the middle and missed.
That's how
Paul
great
Rudd
it
just doesn't have
That's
it
how
anymore.
great
Huh?
it was. I watched that 40 minutes on streaming though, just to get that little fill in
No,
the
you
gap. But
Warfare, which has
Oh,
divided
yeah.
people. A lot of people
That-
hate or loved it.
mate, that floored me. That is, you know, when they talk about a horror movie, but like of war, that was like the most brutal thing I've ever seen. Like, that was, oh,
I think the best part about it is like it's like that opening scene of D-Day and Saving Private
oh
Ryan.
my God, yeah.
You know, it's just one seamless take, but it's a whole hour and a half though, and more than 20, 40
Yeah.
minutes, which that
Yeah.
scene is. So to me, that's actually the beauty of Warfare. It's not maybe top 10 for me, but I will say that was a high quality film for what it was.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
Alex Garland can write a film, and it wasn't it, like you said, that like it was like an opening scene that never ended. It was
Yeah.
like a fun 10 seconds of them listening to a music video, then something happens and nothing changes. There's no narrative, there's no point, there's no story, there's no arc, there's no anything. It's just bolt to the wall. This is reality, and
Well, it's
because
real
we
time.
don't know. We don't know if they're the good guys or the bad guys. We don't know the reason they're there, what country they're in, anything. It's
Yeah.
not political. It's got no motivation. It's just this happened. This is what this is what happened in a couple of days of my life.
this is what it's like waiting for a tank to get you the fuck out of there, and it sucks. Like
It was
you're
so-
worried the whole time waiting for that ride to get out of there.
It built the tension though, because like, you know, like they're drinking the water, like you see them sweating, they're like talking or like cracking jokes, and that guy with the sniper rifle, and he's saying different things, and each time it's getting more intense. Like, I swear I've seen that guy before. And then you've got other people talking about it. Reminded me of those plays where you've got different conversations going on, but like something is happening behind the stage where like it's like that guy's been off for a while. Like, what's he doing back there? Oh, he's not feeling well. He's not great. You're like, oh my God, something's really happening. And like it throws it because it's pulling you in different directions. It almost builds the tension more. Do you know what I mean? So then when that whole bomb goes off and they throw it through the gap, and then it's like it just kicks off. Like it absolutely, that floored me. Like that was really
It
hard.
would be in my top 10 of the year if this year wasn't so strong that it didn't quite make it. But Will Poulter, Cosmo Jarvis, Joseph Quinn, and loads of others. It was
And it really showed the importance of each person in a militant team. I mean, I've never been in the military, but like it just shows like how each person is really a different piece to the whole puzzle. You know, I think even the guy you were talking about, you know, he's just waiting, you know, looking out the window. There's another guy looking at him or supporting him.
Yeah.
It's like it's really a full system going on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like
you
an
really-
ecosystem. If one part fails, they all die. So they're all kids. You know, they're all
Yeah.
they're all
Young guys, they're band of brothers, isn't it? It's that saying.
Yeah, but they're aware that I am an important link, whether I've got the gun or I'm watching the guy with the gun. If I don't do my job, they can't do their job. And it showed how serious and how dedicated younger people can be as well, you know.
But the communication too, the passion and just the language that the military has to use to be straightforward, direct, and the coding too. I think they had to use different code words
They
just so
didn't
it
water
doesn't
down
get
for us.
picked
They
up.
just did it.
I thought it played really well on the mental health aspect and PTSD because, you know, Will Porter's character, he's trying to keep his shit together. And when the other team come in to do the extraction to bring them out, he says, are you good? And like, he's all over the place. He says, nah, man. He says, I'm fucked up. Like, you will have to take over. and you really get a sense of the traumatic. I mean, people have had legs blown off, man. Like that
The
how
stomach.
it's where the horror. It's got like Terrifier type blood in it, and you never normally see that kind of thing. Like it was so, so brutal.
Seeing that, like, it just, like, well, for one,
Yeah.
why do I have wars? It's fucking ridiculous. But
Yeah.
it's definitely a highlight of the year for sure.
Yeah, very powerful.
But Sinners, that Drew wasn't a big fan of Sinners when he first saw it. Do you have a different opinion of it now that it's sat with you, or you've?
A little bit. I am still. I think I need to rewatch it again when it's like, you know, on Prime or like Netflix.
It's on Prime, but it's expensive. I think it's
Yeah,
like,
no, but I mean, I want to see it when it's part of it rather than having to pay additionally.
Yeah.
But again, like I said, I don't know how I feel about. The more I find out about that film from different people, like when we interviewed Amelia in one of the episodes, and she told us a little bit more of the backstory to Sinners. That was like, that is fascinating stuff. And I feel like it's something that kind of washes over you when you first watch it. Because for me, I got blinded by the lights. I was just taken in by the whole aesthetics and how beautiful it looks, and oh, look, vampires. And I didn't get to kind of see the deeper kind of poetic element of what Sinners is saying.
You were more pissed off that you found out those vampires before going in, weren't you?
Yeah,
like
which I
it
still
gave
agree
away
to
the
this
ending
day.
a little bit.
I still feel they baited me because I loved the first trailer of it, and I didn't need the vampire hook. Like, I love the idea of the two brothers, like that bit where he's shooting in slow motion and his brother holds him and they both look really scared. I'm like, what are they scared of? Like, I'm in. Don't show me anything else.
So to find out more on about, tune into next week's episode with Amelia Clark, who goes into a bit more detail on Sinners. We don't go on about Sinners for a very long time, but she gives a very different perspective of it. And I think that's what you could see that film. I gave it initially 4 out of 5 stars. I wasn't a perfect film, but I also did very similar for One Battle After Another, again, being overly critical. And over time, I've shifted them both up to 5 because I don't know how it could have been better. It gave so much, and that emotional scene, the music through the ages and Sinners, that scene alone gave me chills. And it was 2 films. It was a film about brothers setting up camp and and there you go. That soundtrack.
That is epic.
On the vinyl.
Yeah. Ooh, that is sexy as hell.
But
It's definitely the strength of the film, the soundtrack, and that scene that you're talking about, music through time.
Yeah.
In IMAX, that was awesome.
But also, that young actor, somebody please tell me then his name, because he was incredible. Considering that's his first film, and he's going toe to toe with
Miles Caton, maybe.
Oh yes, yeah.
who sings as well.
That's
That
the
was
main
it.
guy.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's it. You could take it on a visual plane and just go, "Wow, this is incredible." But as I say, it's 2 films. It's about brothers setting up a business. And then the second part is keeping the white guy out. You know, because they're come to take over, like the analogy of taking over music and stuff like that, as white people did. But I think Jack O'Connell was always underrated because he's always the best thing in every film. And Michael B. Jordan's brilliant. They're all brilliant, but Jack O'Connell just needs to be a badass motherfucker. Like, that's why I'm looking forward to Bone Temple
You were going to
next
say
week
that.
so much.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, 28 years later, Bone Temple, Jack O'Connell playing a pedophile zombie killer, but not a pedophile.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen the latest 28. I'm sorry. I know. I have to do homework. I missed it. I was on vacation. I know.
Don't take my negativity literally. It's not as good as the other ones, but
Okay.
you need to watch it for Bone Temple.
Yeah, for the Bone Temple to make sense.
It's leading. It's not a sequel. It's like one film. It's just cut in half. It's a leading.
Oh no, it's a 3-act film. Oh dear.
But you need to watch. It's not bad. It's just not. I thought it was going to be a scary horror film, and it wasn't a scary horror film.
Well,
It could just be the intro too.
But it's the intro to the second one, and the second one.
I mean, it's like Dune 1, Dune 2. Obviously, Dune 2 is going to be better. It's just the better half of the story. Like, you know, it's the same story. It's, well, what's the better half of the story?
Drew, who was it we chatted to about 20 years later before? I'm sure it was someone American, and they don't know who Jimmy Savile is, so it kind of doesn't affect them
that was
much.
really awkward. Was that Kirsty? Not Kirsty.
I can't remember now. But Peter, have you heard of Jimmy Savile?
It's not ringing a bell.
Okay,
Oh.
before you watch 28 Years Later, I'm not going to tell you why it's relevant, but you just need to know who that man is. We
Okay.
find out later. But Jimmy Savile is a British. How do I say this
We're
without?
about to say icon or the P word.
He's an iconic paedophile. He is a man who is on like Top of the Pops in British BBC. So he was part of in the 60s and 70s. He was a radio DJ and became one of the biggest TV personalities. And he did a program called Jim Will Fix It, where he gets children to write to him. We're talking 5-year-old, 6-year-old kids saying, "I want to do this, or I want to be an astronaut, or I want to fly," and he'll fix it for them to have an experience. So he does a TV show that attracted children to him. He then became an ambassador for children's hospitals. And all the time, he is the biggest, most prolific paedophile our country has ever produced. And he died innocent. We didn't find out till years after his death that people came out and said, this guy did this. And then the research was so extreme that it blew everyone's minds.
Unfortunately, we've had quite a few paedophiles like kind of buried that have come up to the surface because Australian Ty the Kangaroo down sport.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
We don't need. Peter looks lost as well.
Yeah.
Well,
It's fine.
let's go back to Sinners real quick.
Yeah.
Talking of people that sin.
But the point of 28 years later is that because time's frozen at the beginning, like the zombie apocalypse happens in 1990 something, Jimmy Savile is a hero. And then that kid grows up still loving him. So that's the joke. He's basically dressing up as Jimmy Savile, thinking he's cool.
Yeah.
And we know as the audience that's not cool, but he's
Oh dear.
the
He's
world
in denial.
died in 2000 or the late 90s. So from the world's perspective, the prolific pedophile is still a hero. He is not a
Well,
bad
I'm
guy.
not gonna lie. I'm not just pedos, but people who are like butt doctors. Like, what gets you into that? Feet doctors. What makes you get into this? Like, really? Like,
kind of
let's
process.
be real.
And,
You want to look at this all day? Like,
That's mad. That's why I'm
like I like what's that called? A colonoscopy? Like my primary physician's like, you should get one. You're like over 40 now. I'm like, it's not the fact that I can't get one. It's like, who the fuck is doing this for a living?
Oh, Peter, when I turned 40, I contacted the doctor myself and said, "Is it time for me to have one of those?" And he went, "No." I volunteered, and he went, "You don't need to do it." He goes, "You don't need to do it till you're 50, mate."
Yeah.
I was like,
you just seem too eager now, Kev.
I was like, so that's now a note on my record. Applied for
He
unnecessarily.
was so keen to have the finger.
I haven't had one.
One said 40 for me, one said 45. I'm like, I'm in no rush and I don't care. Like,
We're good. We're good.
Yeah. So let's go to May. May's the we've started talking about May already. So May is 28 days later. Thunderbolts, which that hit harder than
the true comeback of Marvel.
100%.
yeah.
But
Oh,
we were
yeah.
saying, oh, nice. We were saying even if it wasn't a Marvel film, it would still be a masterpiece in its own right.
Yeah, and they were advertising it that it's the same production crew of A24 films, and it really shows, when you watch it. I've watched it probably 4 times by now, if you're including the theater run. I must say it's probably the best Marvel film since Infinity War. I'm still someone who says Infinity over Endgame, but that's just me. But I think it was the best one since Infinity War.
It had the most depth. It was the best, like the A24. That was the piss takes they were doing during the trailers, weren't they? They were doing it like an emotional drama, and then something silly happened at the end that was super powery. But it really is. If you hate Marvel and you hate comic book films, watch Thunderbolts. If you love comic book films, watch Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
It has everything.
Yeah.
It's
I don't think anyone had a bad time with this one, to be honest with you, that I saw on Instagram. I think it was all positive.
Amazing.
power of Pew.
The ending with both endings, actually, I guess, where he gets beaten up or he's beating himself up,
Yeah,
his darkness that he's
powerful.
doing. That was powerful, and then I thought it was the ultimate like joke if you got to see it before they announced the new Avengers, where they come out and she's like, "The new Avengers."
Yeah, yeah,
Me and my brother were like, "What?"
yeah.
No, so good.
It was just nice having flawed people, though. We were saying that they were more relatable than like your Thor that's a god, your Captain America, your all these kind of powerful figures that have like otherworldly powers. Whereas because she even says at one point she's like, "We're just people that can punch and kick." Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah,
You're a
it's
bit
a group of
stronger.
misfits too, and I feel like we've all
Yeah.
had moments in our life where we have a moment of downfall or failure, but this is kind of showing like getting together and you can bounce back, with the
yeah,
power of
we're all a
love,
bunch of misfits.
essentially.
Yeah,
And it's counterintuitive, my opinion, because some of the stuff I like is some of the stuff I don't like at the same time. But like Marvel going a bit silly and a bit too comical. I mean, I'm one of the rare people that quite like the newest Thor films, but it is silly. It's not a serious film, but some of the Marvels that are silly, I quite liked for that. And Thunderbolts, although is serious and got very heavy themes, it's still hilarious moments. But it
Oh, David
doesn't
Arbor holds it over.
yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
it doesn't feel like it's shoehorned in. It doesn't feel like, oh, let's do some silly shit. There is a comical guy and there's some comical reactions because it's real people doing real things.
Yeah.
Funny shit happens. And it did. But it
Yeah.
wasn't like we should have some levity here. It was just tonally perfect.
It's
And
organic.
some of the action scenes were pretty killer too, where Bucky's coming on a motorcycle in the desert, on the road.
Terminator, yes, yeah.
That was Terminator. That's a good point. Yeah, that was badass.
The shotgun bit was so good.
Even the bit when they break into that thing where there's comedy there, like a serious scene, they drive the car and they start beating the people up, and then it goes, I left the door open for you guys.
Yeah.
They're like, oh.
Yeah.
And the guy just has one more punch. He's like, I'm knocking this guy out anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, you skipped Captain America, Brave New World.
Was that last year?
Was that before? Yeah, that was
I
before.
think that was February.
Captain America.
And he's
Brave
right.
New
Yeah,
World.
Brave New World, yeah. Harrison Ford and
Harrison Ford as the Red Hulk. Absolute
Anthony
cinema.
Mackie, wasn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
That's funny.
I had a decent time with it. It wasn't the best Marvel film, but I couldn't complain, to be honest with you.
I was entertained, man, the full time. We were saying that
Same.
it had that kind of cool, kind of conspiratorial. We were saying it was more like, it felt more like a kind of, ironically, the films that Harrison Ford would make, like Clear and Present Danger. It felt more like that. Clear and Present Danger.
Air Force One. Yeah.
Yeah, it did have that kind of feeling to it.
The Fugitive. Yeah, those were great ones in the 90s.
I've
Yeah,
missed
really
that. I didn't
did have
write it down, but it was good enough that it made me watch the that TV series, the Bucky and
Yeah, I'm just going
Falcon.
to show that
Oh, that
That
was
was on my
okay.
list.
Yeah.
that was on my list. Captain.
Oh, we got a list.
Well, yeah, I forgot to write that one down. Apologies, but yeah.
Well,
Also,
thanks for reminding me, Drew. I got to put one down for my honorable mentions here.
another more from May was The Surfer, which I
Oh,
thought
I loved it.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
for everyone, but I loved it.
Was that with the Nicolas Cage on the beating the
Nicolas
crap out of
Cage.
people on the beach?
Yeah, he was
Fucking
possessed
brilliant.
about getting a house on the beach, and the locals wouldn't let him, move in or even use the beach, and he was fighting for his turf, basically. They tried to give him a lesson about you have to come from nothing to feel something, was the big lesson they were trying to give him.
it's like a big gaslighting film, and basically
Yeah, it almost
like,
felt like
was this
Ari
happening,
Aster
or
a
just
little
in his
bit,
mind?
like a little Midsommar, a little Beau's Afraid,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
vibes going on. But a little, it was a twisted experience, I felt like, more so.
but it was. I did assume that it was going to be something that wouldn't be for everyone, and it was to a degree. But I think everyone could enjoy this. I don't think it is. I don't think it's one that people would go and deliberately see. But when you see it, it's like you're gripped. The visuals are amazing. It's uncomfortable. It's sweaty. It's a bit disgusting, and it's just like when he's walking barefoot, and there's like the poo, and there's by the outdoor showers, and people
Oh, the dog poo, yeah.
shit
Yeah.
on the water fountain and stuff like that to kind of get them out. And oh god, there's some gross moments, but it is brilliant.
Or he was digging for food in the forest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird. It's hard to describe, and even explaining it, it doesn't give it the credit it deserves.
A little bit of survival.
Yes, yeah. And then the other two for May that I've got down is Mission Impossible 8 with our previous
Oh,
guest,
yeah.
Paul Bullion, and Final Destination Bloodlines, which,
I'm still going quote of the year for Mission Impossible, where he's like, "Oh, you must be Doctor or Captain Schweigle. You must be out of your mind." That was the best delivery of the year. I felt like I don't know. I forgot the captain's name, but
and still some of the
Oh yeah,
best
that's the
action
guy
sequences.
that actor's amazing, man. That was the guy from that TV series. Oh feck, what was it? Where they're
Yeah, we know.
the Ben Stiller one. I know we know, but the people listening now, I just look like an idiot. But it's fine. I can't remember it.
I like how you already know you don't know the thing and bring it up and hope
Anyway.
for the best and cause a silence. Because we'll
I
have
just
to
stop
think.
causing silences. I just cause absolute silences.
the hardest part about podcasting, I've realized, is the research or preparation for some of the cast. Sometimes.
100%.
Drew's on about Severance.
Severance, that's the one. Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I
the
don't
guy-
do streams or TV that often,
Yeah.
so
Tremel
No, I just
Tillman.
meant that actor that's in the Mission Impossible, he's got that one kind of scene on the boat and he just almost steals it. Even in that trailer, that one line, like you're saying. So that was my little add on to what you were saying.
Yeah.
for sure.
And again, irrelevant of opinions of some films as well, that still had some of the best action sequences
Oh,
of
the
the
plane.
year.
Oh, yeah.
That plane, and even the bit before where he's underwater in the submarine and all the missiles are
It's
falling
cool.
on him, and
Yeah.
Oh,
these are-
yeah, he was swimming towards the bottom in that one shot.
yeah, and these are real things that he did with real heavy weights that they had to like maneuver
Yeah.
in specific.
The timing and
If he fucked up, they could have killed him. Well, they probably wouldn't have. They've got.
I wonder what he's going to get into with Digger coming up now.
Oh, mate, Digger! That I can't wait to see that. The new Tom Cruise.
Quite a teaser. Yeah.
Yeah. He's got prosthetics on his face because that does not look like Tom Cruise on his profile. He's got a weird nose or a weird chin or something. He looks like
You can tell there's something going on for sure.
it's his movement. It looks like a tale of unfortunate events when Jim Carrey changed his face just a touch.
Oh, yeah, for the nose.
Weird. Yeah.
Jim Carrey came out recently how The Grinch was just a painful experience for him, or why he doesn't want to do a sequel. He understands why they want a sequel, but he's like, doing that every day was just one of the most painful experiences ever, he said.
Yeah, he said he got someone from the SAS to come in and teach him about torture techniques, how to survive.
Yes, that was the article I was reading. Yeah.
yeah, it's nuts.
Mental, absolutely
Pretty
mental.
wild.
But Final Destination, like Peter, your mate in LA, walked to the cinema over 10 times to see that.
Gus, yeah, I think he went 6 times. Yeah.
Gus, we love you, but what's wrong with you? It was good, but 10 times? 10 times?
Hey, he is the film junkie for a reason. I will say that. There are a few people I think that saw as much film as he does.
No, and I agree with pretty much everything he says as well. I'm on the same wavelength as him on many, many things, but 10 times, wow. It was good.
I think
and
it's
did
his
enjoy
favorite franchise, though.
Okay.
So I'll give him, you got to understand, we all have those comfort sagas, I feel like.
To be fair, I hadn't seen a Final Destination so long that I binged all of them within 3 days before going to see that film. So in theory, I saw almost 10 Final Destinations in 1 week.
Well, maybe that's why you're out of it by the time it came out. You were
Yeah,
like,
fatigue. No, I did enjoy it. I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. I thought in a world where we do have Terrifier and people are pushing things to the extreme and trying to make things more imaginary, it's still thought outside of the box and it's still entertained and did lots of fun deaths that you didn't expect. So it's still accomplished.
I will give it opening scene of the year, though.
Oh, wow. I didn't want that to end. I thought that could have
Is that
been
in the
like the whole
tattoo place?
film.
Is that in the tattoo place?
No, that's the trailer. The opening scene is like in a
Sky Garden thing.
Oh, the
Yeah.
skyscraper.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like
that
a
whole
restaurant.
sequence. That's like 10, 15 minutes, I want to say.
Where the glass is crashing and they're up really, really high.
The music is going. Yeah, it's really jam-packed full of energy, that scene.
I think the dustbin crushing the guy's face, that was brilliant. Oh, the woman or a man, I can't remember. Someone gets lifted into the trash can thing.
Ooh.
Oh,
You know
that was
Indra Drew?
after the yeah, I think that was the daughter, the sister, some cousin or aunt. Anyway, but the ice scene too, I thought was intense.
Yeah.
Where you guessing who was gonna drink the sharp ice or whatever that
Oh,
was.
is that the
was
barbecue? The barbecue.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well
the
intense.
barbecue.
But
Yeah.
it's like it's moving the die. It's like someone's going to stand on the glass, someone's going to eat the glass. Is it going to be him? Is it going to be her? Is it going to be them? And then it's got nothing to do with the glass. Well, it kind of does.
Yeah.
But it doesn't.
True.
Sort of.
That was the clever part.
Perception, isn't it? That's what makes that show, that film, so clever, because it misdirection. It's
Yeah.
the master of misdirection.
Like you think you know what's going to happen. It's like like you said about the tattoo thing. You think, oh, he's going to get his nose ripped off, or he hung or killed.
Yeah.
He just burns alive or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
He survived.
Well, he gets stinged by the fan, doesn't he? Or, yeah.
Oh, and Peter, you know that's. Have you not seen it, Drew?
No.
Peter, you know the scene when it's in the MRI scanner
Oh, the magnet.
and
Yeah.
it cracks his back? Like fuck. I thought that was a bit overkill. I've recently seen on social media actual doctors show you how it works, and someone
Yeah.
walks in with it on with like a pen in his pocket, and it rips through his shirt. It's that
Yep.
strong of a magnet. I was like, oh, maybe that Final
Well-
Destination scene was accurate.
Well, that actually
Whoa.
happened in America a month or two after it came out. Like someone did die due to that. And, like the magnet or whatever they had on
Yeah.
plunged them toward it, and that was it. And I don't think the news anchor saw Final Destination 6 to see the coincidence of it.
That's mad. All right,
It happens apparently.
June.
crazy.
All right, so June was a big month.
Yes.
We had Ballerina, which was actually brilliant.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.
Stealing?
We had Nope. June was 28 weeks later. So 28 years later. I thought that was the month before, but that was 28 days later.
Oh,
Apologies.
June. Yeah.
June-
Materialist.
June. Yeah, we didn't see. Did you see that, Drew?
No.
Didn't see the Materialist. Jurassic World Rebirth.
God.
I Know What You Did Last Summer. Apologies, the Monkey. That was the worst film of the year.
Apologies. What?
I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, yeah, you said it was like you would have given it
Apologies to the
half a
monkey.
star or something.
Oh, 0. It was absolutely not
No.
worth making.
Wow.
There's no point in it being made. Full stop.
I salute you for going, to be honest.
Yeah,
with you.
Saving cinema. Just
I
kept.
mean, fun nostalgia. Like it was just after Final Destination. I thought it'd be in that camp of fun, and it was just
Yeah.
like, why am I here? It was the dialogue was unbearable. The deaths were unimaginative,
Oh.
and it was pointless. But we had a few big films that month. Fantastic Four.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
I
that was
really
fun.
enjoyed that.
Galactus
With
was
Galact-
epic.
Oh man, that was so,
Sorry. Yeah.
so amazing how they did that.
Really, I thought it was more aesthetically pleasing than an actual good film, if that makes sense. I enjoyed it.
Well,
but it looked better than it actually was.
I really enjoyed the family dynamic of it, if I'm honest, because I know a lot of people are like, I wanted more action, I wanted more this. I really enjoyed the whole journey and like having to give birth in space, and it was well intense, that film, and I really loved it. I really enjoyed it.
Now that's one of the best MCU sequences of all time, including the birth. The whole sequence of the rocket taking off into space and
Yeah.
landing.
Yeah.
Everything that happens in that sequence is probably one of the best top 5 Marvel sequences
Yeah.
of all time, in my opinion.
But I also think when they meet Galactus and it's so intense, and then they don't
Yeah.
go with the deal, and then they're running and the whole thing's shaking, and like it builds such amazing tension, and then that whole catalyst sets off this whole dynamic, because when they return, they're like, we are fucked. Because it's like, I want the baby, and they're like, yeah, you can't have the baby, man. That's ours. You're like, no deal. And he's like, right, I'm coming to your planet and I'm going to fuck shit up. And you're like, okay. And then and then everyone turns on them because she's like, well, just fucking give your baby. It's like, well, you give your baby. And it's like this whole.
I enjoyed that tension actually, because it's like, what if that situation happened on Earth where someone's child mattered that much, where you have to do that kind of sacrifice for that?
I completely forgot about the baby thing.
Yeah.
That's going to have to play a big part in Doomsday, surely. Then
What it does, because if you think about the way the
true.
final. Mate, the way it ends, Doctor Doom, spoiler alert.
oh yeah,
He's
Doom
come for the
can't have a
baby.
baby.
Yeah.
Forgot about
Oh yeah, the last scene, the
Yeah.
last shot. You're
Credits.
right.
But after
Mhm.
the titles, isn't it? The credits and
that. And it's all this stuff's on Disney already. You know, half of the stuff. You know,
yeah, it's a
Thunderbolts
bit.
Oh,
and
everything.
Fantastic
2
Four.
weeks, I think.
But that's the other thing they were saying about the art. The art is almost getting diluted because it loses its poignancy, right? Because back in the day, you'd wait a year or something to come, and they'd be like, "Oh my god, it's on actual TV, man. We can go see it." But the idea of someone going, and this is actually true because James has said this many times in our podcast. When you said, "James, go to the cinema and see blah blah," he's like, "Yeah, but it'll be out in 2 weeks. I could go see it on Netflix." And the problem with that is that mentality can easily dilute the idea of somebody going to the cinema. Because they're like, well, if I just wait a fortnight, it's going to be at home and then I'm cozy. But it's like, I get that is not the point. The point of
Yeah.
cinema
I mean,
is the experience.
And it's not the
Yeah.
same for all films. Again, Nosferatu doesn't exist on streaming, and that was out the year before. You know, like certain directors hold things back a long time, or whether
True.
it's the
Well,
company.
and
It depends on
Nolan
the-
is famous for it. Nolan will not release a film onto streaming for 100 days. That's his thing.
Yeah. I
So-
saw Oppenheimer was on Netflix when I was scanning through yesterday. I was like, oh, I forgot
Yeah.
that's available. I just assumed
Yeah.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
But also,
I think there's two things about the theater that will never replace the at-home experience. One, the surround sound system. No one will ever have even a basic theater surround sound system. I have yet to see one as good, and that's what really gets you submerged. You know, you could have a screen at home in the black, but you need that sound.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like everyone does open caption now because the volume on a TV is so janky and it goes up and down dramatically. And because no one has the 5.0 surround sound, whatever they call it, where you have 4 and a subwoofer.
Yeah.
Like no one has that. So that's one thing that that the theater will always have to its name. The experiences of people clapping or routing, you know, when those happen, that's fantastic too. The most crucial part no one talks about, you can't stop a movie in a theater. You really can't. You have to submit yourself into that art and you escape going to your point, Drew. That is the beauty of a theater. You are in this world. You're in it to win it. When you're at home, someone was telling me they started watching one battle after another. I'm like, started? Like they paused it because they didn't have enough time. I'm like, that is not in my head. I'm like, that is not a movie you put pause to.
no,
Like
that's got
you could just go.
emotion. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
For 2.5 hours, it is quick. I mean, I saw it 3 times in the theaters. Yeah, it is one battle after another. Yeah, it really
prep
is.
yourself. You got to go to the toilet before you know that you're not leaving. I don't go. I don't. Maybe once in the last year have I gone to the toilet during a film.
Oh, it's an emergency if I have to go. Yeah, I agree.
Same.
Yeah.
It's like just can't hold on now.
But never
and
have you
distracted.
ran or pissed faster. Have you noticed that? Because I remember when I saw the Batman, the Robert Pattinson one, and just how exciting it was. Every minute I was glued to the screen. I was like, I really need to piss because I had a couple of pints in the cinema, and I never ran to the toilet faster. And just like,
That's why I stopped bringing beer to the theaters. Actually,
Yeah. It's game over.
I was doing that for a bit.
mate, if you drink pints in the cinema, it is game over if you're watching a 2.5 hour. Or,
You
People
run
start
back.
talking too, not because of the alcohol, but because they have to go to the restroom. They're just getting it out by talking. I
yeah,
feel
well,
like.
that's the way to get past people. Like, excuse me, yeah, go, hey, sorry, I can just go, excuse me, please. You're like,
Yeah. Oh my God! Yesterday was a joke. I went to see Hamnet again. Quick story. And this is 12:30 on a Monday, and that is packed for an independent film. 7 people, and now I pick last row corner. I'm like, yeah, I've seen this already. Let me just sit in the back corner, have my shit to the side. Great. Let me just chill. I walk in. There's 2 people literally next to this corner seat in this empty theater of 5-6 people. And I'm like, blinking at myself. I'm holding my food and snacks. I'm like, I'm just going to walk towards them. I'll make it awkward. I get up there. And they're like, oh, is someone coming with you? No, but this is my seat right here. And I just sat down. And then they moved 2 seats over. And then it gets worse. The guy has to go to the restroom. He leaves, I do this, as he comes through. For me, that's not a big deal when someone comes through.
yeah.
He comes back, and I guess he didn't want to do that again. So he goes in the row in front of me to then walk over it and flumble
Climb.
to his girlfriend.
Oh, is Peter recording? Oh,
Like, yeah.
Oh, Peter, you had an incoming call there.
Oh, it's gone, I think, now.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't speak right now. I'm on Rage Whale.
Yeah, I got more important things. Exactly.
He was
Yeah.
trying to be helpful, and he made more of a disturbance by falling over and fumbling it.
It's always the way.
I just thought it was funny because I it's funny when I'm looking at the map of seats, I'm like, those two are definitely should have been there, and I think they were just too lazy to walk through the other two that were there in their row. And then this is a deal, apparently. I even had to tell the lady, like, in the beginning, can you please turn the phone effects off? Thanks. Like
They even say that at the beginning. They do those cool little things like, "Hi guys,"
they
you can
had it. Yeah, clear as day, too. Hey,
Google.
no cell phones, no talking, nothing. Yeah, it was clear as day.
Google gets rid of background
No one
noise. We
pays
don't have that
attention.
here, so please turn off your phones. It's like people still don't fucking listen.
It's like when
No
you go on
one
an
listens.
aeroplane. No one listens to the safety instructions. What's the
Yeah.
point?
Yeah, it's true.
I did
might
have
save
front
your
row
life.
business class in July, and I was like, "Do I have to do anything?" She's like, "No, it's just, standard."
Crash, you're dying.
Yeah,
Doesn't matter what
basically.
class you're in. You did. Sorry. So June, the other,
Hmm.
I would say 3 big ones for me anyway. Will Bring Her Back. I thought that was one of the best horrors of the year.
That was the only A24 film that made money besides Marty Supreme.
Was it?
Wow.
I think so. Yeah,
That one hit. Did you see that
they,
one, Drew?
they had a lot of bombs this year. I feel
Got it.
like.
Some of those films really fucked me up. Like I told you, Talk to Me, and then they're doing Talk to Me too. Like that fucked me up, man. So I was a bit scared to watch Bring Me Back. To be honest, I will.
You need to 100%.
Oh, there's some visuals in
I
that
just need
that
to
are
hold on to
haunting.
like a bottle of like Jack
It's-
Daniels and be like,
It's not even a proper horror. It's like a psychological, and it's more of a. It's not full blown horror. It's
Right.
not
Spiritual,
horror.
I guess. Family-like too. It's a spiritual, haunted spiritual family film.
wow,
Sort of, yeah.
okay.
It's not like
Sort
from-
of, yeah.
not- like you've seen Terrifier. It's nothing compared to that. But
Oh, sorry, Nicole. By the way, I would never recommend such horror on Christmas.
I don't know. You see,
Terrifier. These assholes.
I got some grief in the comments about that. Did you see that?
Terrifier 3.
Yeah. So for the audience,
Poor girl. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, I'm kind
Nicole
of glad
from
I wasn't in that episode.
Man, Nicole from California. So we did an episode last week on Christmas films, and we suggested to vote unusual Christmas films, not your basic ones.
I-
The Holdovers, one of the best films. James chose Office Christmas Party because he's a child, and we chose Terrifier 3 because it was the most obscure one we could think of. Someone's commented on her post saying, Terrifier 3 being recommended would send me into orbit. What do you mean you want to recommend me a movie about a clown where he kills women in sexually humiliating ways? I was like, whoa.
well, I didn't know it got that serious. Oh man,
That was like a serious, like I think, pissed off comment. But I've
a
replied
little
to it.
detailed.
I replied to it appropriately, and she replied again. Very relieved to hear that it wasn't a favorite of any kind. Well, the reality is, it's a brilliant film. End of story. Like
It's very well
a feat.
done.
It's a
Yeah.
feat of visual effects, and I think the comment about sexually humiliating, it does it to the men as well. The man in the film gets his testicle ripped apart and his anus violated by a chainsaw. So
He had the most
Pretty equal.
ripping death of the whole movie, if you will.
yeah, I see her point though, but again, look at every slasher. It's usually a big man attacking women. That's the normal. I'm not saying it's a
digging a
good
hole?
thing, but that is what's normal about most horrors. Most horrors are usually big men attacking women. That is what most horrors in real life are about, never mind films.
Well, that was the strength about Strange Darling. It was like, hey, here's the female being the psycho or the killer in this situation. And there's a couple, even Housemaid has that angle technically, but, I won't say anymore. But they are definitely opening up, Ann Gladys, for example, in Weapons. I guess.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Like they're really trying to emphasize, like, yeah, both sides are evil sometimes. We can get dirty.
I think they're mixing stuff up. June, I'll start ramping through these a bit quicker, but Superman.
Yeah.
big month that year. That was good fun. Again, visually very good. What do you think, Peter? You seem to be a bit nonchalant on that one.
It was just another day for James Gunn.
Yeah. Are you excited about Supergirl? I
If you love James
Was it a
Gunn,
good
go
day?
for it.
Was it a
I
good
don't
day
think
for
he's the
James Gunn?
messiah of superhero films like everyone else, but that's just me.
Well, Guardians of the Galaxy is good, so you might as well recreate that with different people, I guess.
Was
I
it a
don't
good-
like 2 and 3. That's the thing.
Okay, well, here's the film.
I'm unpopular opinion with that one.
That's all right. I don't disagree with you. I really enjoyed it, but it's neither here or there. The big film that we all agree on,
F1.
Oh yeah, get the engines revved up.
F1. I watched
Here
that
we
again.
are.
Mate, I watched it again on Apple the other week.
I love it.
Fucking hell.
It's just so much fun.
I was worried.
It
I'd
really
watch
is.
and I wouldn't. I was worried I'd watch it a second time and go, it's not as good as I remember, or I need to be in the cinema. But fuck me, it's still perfect.
Yeah.
Every time it got better for me. I
Yeah.
saw it 4 times. Like the first time was one of those where it blew me away to a point where I don't even care about race cars to begin with.
Same.
Yeah.
But it lived rent free in my head. It wouldn't leave my head, so I had to go see it again. And they did like a whole nother IMAX run, I think, in September or August.
Yeah.
And I was fortunate. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go as much as I can for this again, like while I can. IMAX was so supreme. I think it was the best IMAX film I ever saw, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Whoa.
Full ratio, used, every aspect of it. I
And
couldn't
that
have asked
Hans
for a
Zimmer
better
track.
time.
When that Hans Zimmer track kicks in, you're like,
Oh, the introduction, yeah. One of the best title scenes in modern times.
But again, like it's the plot of it's fairly simple, but it's just the execution of it is phenomenal. And again, a lot of people focus on the action of like that. Obviously, it's the same guy that did Top Gun Maverick, where he created new cameras to fit on the fighter jets. And he's created even lighter weight cameras that pivot on the Formula One cars because they're more weight sensitive. But the action, yeah, it was amazing. But the plot, the heart, the connection to the characters, there's no point having amazing action if you don't give a shit. So
Yeah.
it did everything just spot on. And Brad Pitt is really coming into his own a lot in his older age. And I think he's doing some more interesting characters and he's got a bit more depth to him these days as well. And I just think, yeah, what he did was amazing in that film. And I thought everyone was really good. All the actors were really good. Carrie Condon.
Oh, what's her name? Carrie Condon, I think her
Carrie
name is.
Condon, yeah.
Carrie Condon.
Yeah, I love her to begin with as an actress, but she was really fun to see in this room or
Yeah.
movie. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think that's one of our top ones. That's one of the 6 that I know that
Yeah,
we'll have.
that's definitely.
August, Naked Gun. I thought that was good.
Fun time.
I need to see it. I need to see it.
Fun time. Weapons, that really was special, I
Yeah.
think. That was,
Yeah.
I still think
There was a lot of iconic moments to it, and I really loved how it sliced and diced into this, linear timeline. Like, okay, here's every aspect. Now here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I said some of the bits were subtle and some were obvious because it had a scene and then it said someone's name. It said it went back in time and said, but it wasn't boring.
Yeah.
It didn't repeat the same story 5 times from different people's perspective. It was 5 different people in different places doing different things. And you'd see a car, they'd be in the car driving past and you'd catch a glimpse, didn't even focus. You'd just see the man running at the petrol station. They didn't even pick
Yeah.
up on it. You're like, oh shit, that's the bad thing over there. But it's not relevant to that guy's story until
Yeah.
later on. So it's really some subtle moment. I thought it was very cleverly done.
Yeah, really cleverly put together. Oh, go on, sorry.
Oh, I was just gonna say the school meeting where Josh Brolin's like looking at Julia Gardner, like, where are our children? Like, yeah, there's 2 shots going for what you were saying, like of the
Yeah.
same
Yeah,
scene.
and the
It's got a
different
different
perspectives.
feeling.
It's all about perspectives, that film, isn't it? And
Yeah, because one side you see the same thing going, oh, I suspect that person. And then you hear it from a different go and you go, why are they attacking her?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Nothing's changed, but because you're in a different headspace, it makes different.
It had one of the most kind of gripping and kind of ambiguous like hooks, because like the trailer about 27 children went missing at the same time and never returned from that classroom. That haunting element is what got so many bums on seats, I think, because you're thinking, what the hell happened to all these children? How did they all disappear? And why was it the same time? And you're like, wow.
And,
Yeah.
But there were so many graphic, proper, great horror, gory bits
yeah.
where they're like stabbing their faces with forks and.
Oh, that was messed up. Whoa.
Good.
Oh no,
Peter's camera fell off.
Oof.
Doing a James. And,
Michelle,
and
am I okay? There we go.
yeah, you're all good. You're all good. But I thought that.
Well,
she
it's
goes
funny that the part of my USB chipped off, but it's still working apparently.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're all good here.
All right, here we go.
When you go into the cellar and all the kids are just standing there, that was the bit I was
That
like,
was creepy.
oh, yeah,
That was creepy as hell.
gave me a little
One
chill.
of the scariest bits, though, is when she's outside the car and she falls asleep and the person comes over to the car through the door. The door just opens to the house and they creep into the car. I can't remember what they do in the car. They do something to her.
Cut some hair
cut
off.
her hair.
The hair cutting, yeah, that was twisted. I'm like, where is this going?
Goes
The
around
sound of
stick,
the
doesn't it?
scissors. No, it was, amazing.
Yeah.
It was funny because I'm like, what is this? And then it's like, no, Peter, this is just a movie thing. Like you gotta remind yourself, like, yes, it's a movie. You're allowed to make up this kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, suspend belief for a bit and enjoy. And that,
exactly.
that month as well, we also had Together, which I thought was a solid horror film.
I still need to see that.
I think they were more convincing as a real couple than they were in the film.
Wow.
I thought it was good.
They just didn't feel like a couple. I don't know. Like, it just didn't click for me.
Eddington,
Oh, yeah.
which
Real cinema.
That was
better than
powerful.
definitely better than I expected.
Yeah.
A lot better than I expected. And you have to be, I think, someone who is not offended by COVID. I know a lot of people here in the States, oh, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. And it's like, I don't know. It didn't affect me as much as other people, I guess. But still, I think a lot of people were turned off by the fact
Yeah.
that not only was it in 2020 or during lockdown, but here we are like mocking a lot of things that happened during lockdown. And I think it was just a bad trip for a lot of people. But as a film, as a time period piece, I thought it was on point, to be honest with you.
Yeah. And again, it got the politics right in the sense that, you know, even though I might be one way or the other, it didn't favor anything. It showed how much of an idiots the left were as much as the idiots the right were. And it kind of made the point that whether you're left or right, you're trying to do the right thing, but you're getting that bubble of information. So you thought you were doing the right thing, but you actually weren't. But that's not your fault. That's believing what's on your phone half the time.
I think that was the other thing too, is like anyone who didn't like it, they might be one extreme or the other, like you're saying. Like, this is perfect for a moderate like myself, but like if you're really going one way or the other, you probably will be like, hey, I don't like that. You know?
Yeah, it was kind of billed that way. But also caught stealing. That's when
I like Caught Stealing. That was a fun time. Me and my friends went to that.
The twists and turns in that was genius.
Yeah, it's just Austin Butler the whole time is the best part. Like, you see the trailer, you're like, how do these characters add to the story? And it's like, no, they're just part of his adventure. They're not like, it's like The Running Man. Like, no, these are just people per scene, take it or leave it.
Well, I was saying to Kev that I know this isn't the case because clearly it's not, but I was saying for me, his performance was so nuanced that I was like, it could have got nominated if it wasn't for the kind of style of what it was. Does that make sense?
I agree.
Because I just thought he does such a great job at interacting with each person and really playing on the emotional arc of what he's going through. But because it's kind of like a bit of a bang bang action twisty whodunit sort of thing, it will never get nommed. But his performance deserves an absolute
agree.
nod.
And I think
what was the director's name again? I forget.
Aaron Aronofsky.
Yeah. A lot of people, or the people I went with, we all agreed that this was probably his most comedic or one of his lighter, films.
It's ironic, lighter as well when there's so much dark. Yeah,
but when you see it's him, that you kind of realize that, because when you watch it, if you just went in blind and watched it, it's like a fun action caper. And then there's some extreme moments you go, what the fuck? That seems tonally too far. Yeah. And you're like, oh, it's Darren Aronofsky. That he could have gone much further. He's actually toned that down. even though the violence wasn't extreme, it was real. It was immediate. It was no fucking about. There's no
Yeah.
James
Oh,
Bond
Was it-
villain giving you a 10-minute monologue before stabbing you. It was,
Yeah.
I'm killing you, done.
I forgot who the actress was. His girlfriend in the film that gets eventually murdered in the film, I think. But she's like laying on the
Zoe-
floor
Zoe
and her head's like
Kravitz.
bleeding.
Zoe Kravitz. She's
Yeah,
dead. She's
a
dead.
couple got up and left after that. I don't know if they were like so thrown off by that, or they just came for Zoe and they were like, "Oh, that's it."
It was a bit extreme. It was a bit.
Yeah.
It was like unwarranted, over the top, and you're like,
We all noticed it. We're like,
That
yeah, a
felt
couple
quite
got up
Game
and
of
left.
because she's quite a big actor. I never knew they were going to take her out. I was like, whoa, that was
but it is good
That
when
was
you
real.
take out a main player early doors. It means you're serious, you know.
yeah.
I like that.
Yes, I knew we were getting a serious film after that shot. I was like, okay,
I was
But
we're
like,
on
no,
a little
no one
thing
is
now.
safe. No one
And the
is safe.
Hebrews come in and stuff like that. It gets like super duper and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, the mafia, yeah, yeah, those
Matt,
two. Yeah.
Matt Smith as well, the car chasing at the end and all that sort of stuff.
But like
And
we say as well, the cat's performance, like they nominated
Yeah.
a dog for I can't remember what movie it was called.
Good
now.
boy.
Yes.
Good boy. But there was also a French silent movie.
yeah, we
way
said
back
that
where the
before,
dog-
but we couldn't remember either the
yeah,
artist
the
or
dog
some
got
other shit. I don't
nominated,
know.
so they should nominate the cat. Yeah, I did say this last.
Oh,
we couldn't remember the film
I'm
back
doing it.
then.
I'm doing a James.
oh, Anatomy of a Fall, maybe.
That's
with
what I
the dog.
said, and he said no or something
No,
else.
no.
Oh, okay.
And it's called The Entertainer or something. I think. Hang on.
But
You guys
don't look
carry
for it. We don't care or know.
Okay. Ouch. Fair enough.
All I mean is that you said it before. We didn't know it. You
I
gave
love
us-
you, Drew.
you
Don't
found
worry.
out, and we found
Fine,
out last
right,
time, and we're
so-
still none the wiser.
We
So,
should carry on though. Move on. Move on to the next month.
okay, we'll blast through these. September, Spinal Tap 2, good fun. The Long Walk, I loved it. Peter hated it.
Long walk, my
Peter wishes
ass.
it was a short vlog.
One battle after another, we can all agree, is the other
Oh,
one
wow.
we're all agreeing on.
I love it.
It's
Like,
gonna
that
win Best
film-
Picture at this rate.
That film gets better every time. I bought it the other day and I watched it at
Ooh.
home. And I know obviously it's not the same as cinema, but my God, is that film so entertaining still? It just gets better and better. And you see new things in it. It's
Yeah.
brilliant.
I can't wait to
A lot of meaning too, symbolic, kind of references and metaphors used throughout too. And
Yeah.
the performances are fire. Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Leonardo is funnier than ever, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
as a demented stoner.
I'd like to have an
Totally.
argument with anyone that says it's not a perfect film and go, what bit wasn't? Because I'd like to hear what that argument is, because like I said, I marked it harshly, but I can't think of a negative. Is there a negative? It's the pace is perfect, the action's perfect,
Pace is perfect.
the dialogue's perfect, the character development's perfect, all the different stories and different alignments that connect perfectly. Like,
How it all comes together in the last act is mind blowing.
yeah,
Oh yeah, even the soundtrack. That was a great
Oh,
soundtrack
okay.
too.
it's got another
Johnny
vinyl there.
Greenwood of Radiohead.
Oh,
He's done it before, I think, with Paul Anderson. Oh my God, There Will Be Blood. He's done the soundtrack for.
Yeah,
That was the other one.
yeah, just incredible. All right, well, October, Goldeneye, Smashing Machine. That was another
Smashing.
low point of the year.
wasn't so smashing.
I was so
Wasn't
disappointed.
smashing.
It was not smashing. Good Boy, on the other hand, I did like, and for a
I like Good Boy.
75-minute film, it did feel a bit long because it was a bit drawn out because there's not many conversations. So it could have been a short,
Could have been a short film.
yeah, or an hour tops, but it was like an hour 15.
You wonder if it would have got cinema release, guys, because imagine if it was 50 minutes. They're like, meh, people
yeah,
would
I think they have to make it a
they
certain
have to
length. Yeah.
pass the hour and a bit to
Oh.
make it.
Also, I think October is actually a surprise winner of a month. So apart from Springsteen, which I really liked, but I get it's not probably for everyone. We had two of the other better films of the year, which is Begonia and Roofman.
Oh, Begonia. Yeah, and
Oh,
Roofman.
yeah.
Mhm.
Both spot on as well. Begonia kept me guessing all the way. I didn't have a clue if it was going to be like if we were getting led down the garden
So-
path or it was going to be accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a very good way to kind of avert your.
And we won't say here, so go and see it though. That's for sure.
I saw that on Halloween opening day. It was of all days, it was Halloween day, and I didn't think it was going to get so haunted, twisted, or Twilight Zone like as it did. And in retrospect, it was the perfect movie I could have seen in theaters that day.
Yeah. And Emma Stone is perfect as well. We keep saying the word well, I keep saying it, but Jesse Plemons.
Jesse was peak.
I feel
Jesse was peak.
I feel like he should win for that, though. I know we're all talking about how amazing DiCaprio was, but I thought his arc, his journey, I was like, I would like Jesse Plemons to win Best Actor.
I wouldn't be
And
disappointed.
there's all we all know one or two people. To anyone. Sorry. Okay, but oh my god, I forgot what I was about to say now. Crap. Okay, what were we talking about? Begonia.
Jesse Plemons.
Jesse Plemons. Yeah, he also was in Kinds of Kindness with Emma last year. Different kind of movie, different whole kind of anything. He was in Killers of a Flower Moon, but same thing. I thought he was. This is where I was going. We all know someone in high school or our 20s that is like Jesse. They're just scroungy, conspiracy theory. I don't know, but he played that kind of character to a T. I will say we all know one or two people like that in our life, and he played that kind of person well.
He played all the colors of that character perfectly, though. Like he played the kind of comedy, kind of nuanced side of it, the tension where he gets really violent with her, and I was like really worried for her. I was like, he is really on edge, like he is dangerous. And then the kind of loving part with his kind of nephew or something, and then there were just so many different pieces going on.
He mixed stupid and dangerous really well.
Yeah,
and sometimes you thought he was really intelligent, and you're like, oh no, he's just a conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
Oh, is he right or is he wrong? And then it's
and then he fooled, and then the audience felt fooled. Like, no, this guy was actually right. Holy crap! Like,
it's all over the place. Like you don't know how to feel all the way through this. But again, Roofman, based on a true story, that was not what I was expecting either. I thought it would be, like people say, Toys R Us, Home Alone style, but that was a small part. It was
very comedic, the trailer. Like, you think you're going to get like a slapstick comedy. Like, oh, this is, Home Alone kind of movie in Toys R Us, where you have all these traps. That was the trailer. But you get an actual inner perspective of a lawless guy who has to choose between love and survival. And unfortunately, the ending has to involve both. And that's when it gets twisted, and, he had to choose survival, and unfortunately, he lost love in the process because of that. And it's one of those films, too. I thought you're going to get one vibe the whole movie. You get all kinds of vibes. You get sadness, you get anger, love, happiness, community with the church aspect involved. It was sincerely a perfect film. I'll say it is my top 10 for the year. I did qualify it because I think it got snubbed severely, to be honest with you.
Well, you feel sorry for the guy. Obviously, he is a literal criminal, but he hasn't hurt anyone. Yes, he's still stealing. He's still done bad things, but he's so likable. I think it was genius picking Channing Tatum because that's what made me think, oh, it is going to be funny and a bit silly. And when he's serious, he throws you off. You're like, wait, what?
when he does that one violent act, which he doesn't mean to, because the guy doesn't listen to him, and he punches him, and he almost breaks most of his face. To be fair, you realize how violent he can be, but and it's just bad timing when it happens, and then she comes through and sees it. But it's like all the way through, he tries to go against violence. He doesn't want to be a violent criminal. It's just the guy doesn't listen to him. And the stakes are so high at that point. Yeah, powerful. Very, very powerful film.
But you can tell, like you say, I can tell he didn't want to do that. He was backed into a corner, and that's the only way to do it is by punching the shit out of Peter Dinklage, which feels mean because he's Peter Dinklage as well. So
oh, well, yeah.
It adds to the mean part of it.
He was pretty good, though, Dinklage, as the supervisor. Like, he was definitely like that ideal dick, like retail supervisor.
Unlikable prick. All the way through.
Yeah. Unlike
November was hit and miss. Well, Predator, I really enjoyed. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
Good time.
Die My Love, I thought was amazing. Peter disagrees.
The title said it all.
But it's an arty film, but it is ambiguous and it leaves you so many questions, and that's what makes cinema exciting for me, is making me want to research more once it's finished. It doesn't wrap up nicely.
The plot I got out of that movie is this: if I don't get laid by Robert Pattinson, I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah, that's not the story. That's definitely not.
That's like, yeah, that's all I got out of that movie.
When it was actors on actors, and it was DiCaprio and Jennifer Lawrence, and she was saying,
I saw that.
yeah, but she was saying that Die My Love is actually based on like a series of poetry, supposedly, and that's why it is kind of poetic. It's like they did a lot of kind of improvising based on the characters, because there's not really a story, which I guess a lot of people might be like, well, yeah, of course. But that's what made it harder and maybe more impactful, because it feels like you're almost watching a documentary. You're just watching depression unfold, and it's really haunting. I have to say, Die My Love is probably one of the films of this year that's haunted my insides in my mind, the most. I left that cinema so uncomfortable with the idea of what certain people in this world might be going through at any given time. And I thought it was captured hauntingly beautiful, and also with the ambiguous ending with the forest and
I saw it with a couple of female friends from work, and we all left going, so what was the ending? And no, that was the ending. Oh no, I took this from it. No, I took this from it. And then I was listening to a podcast that had the actors on it talking about it, and I stopped it before I went to see the film. So when I got back in my car to drive home, I started listening to it, and I was messaging them that evening going, oh, the director said this thing is why they did this thing. And it goes full circle as well to Darren Aronofsky as well, because Jennifer Lawrence was in the film Mother, which is a fucked up mental film. And that is what Martin Scorsese saw. And when Martin Scorsese read the book, he said he contacted Jennifer Lawrence by email and said, I loved you in Mother. This should be your part. Because
I think she might win, though. I do, because when people were talking about Jennifer Lawrence and Emma Stone, I feel like Jennifer Lawrence's performance is more like
better performance than Begonia, definitely. Yeah. Irrelevant of the film.
Begonia. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I thought you were meaning Poor Things or one of those other.
No.
Okay.
No,
can't beat Emma Stone and Poor Things. That was spot on. But other one in November, I saw Heat, but the other one was Running Man, which was lukewarm for me.
Yeah, same. It was just a fun time. I saw it in IMAX, which might have helped it, but yeah, just a fun time in the theater, I feel like.
Did you see it, Drew?
Nothing to write home about. No, I did get a chance to see it. No,
it was good. You will enjoy it. You will not enjoy it, but it didn't do anything for me. It was just like, oh, that was good fun. Ended. Right. What do I need from the shops? Right. Didn't care.
I preferred it over Predator, personally. I saw both of them back to back.
Well, that's because you're wrong.
Well, a real predator ain't doing teamwork, I'll say that.
Well, that was my biggest problem at the scariest creature in the universe.
Everyone's problem.
And because there was no humans, obviously the only human people were cyborgs or whatever. There was no humans. There was no threat. There was no consequences. It was just monsters we don't care about and robots versus do you know what I mean? There was no.
Well, that was my other issue. Ellie Fanning, I think that's how you say her name. She's a pretty girl, but she was literally C-3PO or Jar Jar Binks for 15 minutes. I almost walked out. I'm like, can you just stop talking for a second?
I thought
when he first meets her, I'm like, is this like a Yoda thing where she's joking around and then gets serious? No, she just kept going.
No, the little monster was definitely an ET thing. That was the little the very end when he had the cloak over his head.
Grogu, whatever you want to call that kind of character.
Yeah. So there is you can definitely see it from a critical point of view that it was a cash grab for certain things, but I thought it was brilliant, and I'd like to see it mixed with the Alien Romulus world and
Oh.
come into some reality or get some humans involved. Then I think it'd be better. But it was. I only gave it 4 out of 5, and it lost the 1 point purely because there was no jeopardy, there was no humans, and I could feel the cash grab on the ET thing, which made me a bit annoyed. But action film.
I also feel like what you were saying about this Alien Predator thing, I feel like this is their version of what Godzilla and King Kong is becoming for Warner Brothers. Like,
Yeah.
hey, we got Alien and Predator here. You got King Kong and Godzilla doing their own thing over here.
They were filming that at the same time as Romulus, so they didn't know they were doing the same thing, and they got heads up afterwards. And Romulus got released a lot early, obviously, but they didn't know they were doing the same sort of thing. All right, well, December, that's an easy one because there's nothing in December. It was Kill Bill, Bloody Affair, The Shining, Gremlins for me. Avatar, which me and Drew already discussed. But Housemaid, I thought was the interesting, well, it's the only one, but it was the interesting. I loved Avatar, by the way. Me and Drew both loved Avatar. But Housemaid was the surprise, I think.
I think Housemaid's definitely all. I didn't see too much this month. Well, if you count the prologue for The Odyssey, that might be number one. I got to see that in IMAX.
Yeah.
Housemaid, otherwise, yeah, that's definitely the only film. But Marty Supreme, that's for us, though, coming up next week.
Yeah.
So
I'm
we
Yeah.
shall see.
I'm excited.
We shall see. Oh, Anaconda. That's coming out, too, with Jack Black and Paul Rudd.
Oh, yeah. I think that's out when this episode gets released, and I'm interested, but I'm not bothered, but I'm interested.
Yeah, it's going to be funny.
I mean, it's just silly fun.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll
I'm
be
going
fun.
with my parents and my siblings. It's not going to be
Oh,
a
that'll be
serious
good.
endeavor.
That'd be
It's a
good.
popcorn Jumanji type thing. So
Exactly. Yeah, I know what I'm going to get walking in.
Yeah.
It's not going to be serious.
Yeah. No, 100%.
Well, shall we-
So,
should we do our top tens then?
yes. That's,
Do-do-do.
so, well, should we say the ones that we think? What was the bet? Peter, you
Well,
bet 4.
Yeah.
Drew, you bet 5, and I bet 6 will have identical. I reckon the
Oh,
one.
that's right. Yeah.
So we say the ones we reckon will be identical first, and I'll take them off. I reckon F1.
Yeah.
You got one?
I think One Battle After Another.
Yep.
You
2.
got two?
Oh, it's already difficult now. Fuck. 1,
Begonia.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Oh, I didn't take that into consideration. I should, actually.
Begonia.
Actually, I'm going to replace Life of Chuck with Begonia. Okay. Yep.
Okay, so 3.
Yeah, Begonia. Begonia's
I'll
there
go with
for
3.
me.
Okay.
Thunderbolts.
I got Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts.
So that's 4.
Sinners.
I knew you two were going to have Sinners.
Sinners. Did
I
I
like
take it you
Sinners.
didn't?
No.
Oh, so that's fun. Well, Peter's winning currently because that's 4 that we all agree on.
What
got
about the
Weapons.
Roof Man?
Roofman's in mine.
Man, I lost. All right.
Have you guys
No,
got
no.
weapons?
Wait, sorry, Drew's Roofman in yours.
No.
Okay, so we're still on 4. So Peter,
Oh, okay.
4 for all 3 of us, but me and Peter are on 6 adjoining.
You were right then. Okay.
But for me and you anyway. Caught steal. Sorry, weapons. Did you say
Yeah.
weapons is in mine?
Honorable mentions for mine.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that still doesn't count.
I know.
Caught stealing.
Caught stealing's in mine.
Not mine.
Wow.
It's not in yours.
Not even honorable mentions.
What?
Whoa. I'm
Sorry.
really curious about your list, man.
Oh shit! Peter's gonna win this one then. Bring her back.
Nah. Good movie though.
And Die My Love.
No.
No.
What, Drew?
The only reason, if I'm honest, I can't sit through it again, man.
Agreed.
That's not the testament of ranking a film. I don't know what.
Kind of it is though, because it's
Not
like I
really.
like to return to things.
I
Like
don't want to watch certain films again.
It was also unrealistic. What man would turn down Jennifer Lawrence? Come on.
and
He was
buy a
busy,
little
man.
nappy
He was
dog.
working lots. He was.
I also put
I guess he's wasting time at the diner, if you
I
ask
also
me.
put Bridget Jones in there as well, but that's my 11th. So yeah, Peter
Go on,
wins
go on,
on
read
the
out.
4. What's your other ones?
Read out yours. Yeah, yeah.
We have Thunderbolts, Begonia, Eleanor the Great, The Roof Man, a movie not everyone heard of, The Threesome, Hamnets at number 5, Blue Moon with Ethan Hawke as performance of the year, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Sinners, F1, and then One Battle After Another.
So you've named 4 films that we haven't had in the cinema here. Eleanor the Great, Threesome, Hamnet, and Blue Moon we have not had.
I'll admit, though, Blue Moon, I think, technically only played at 500 theaters across this country. And we have 5,000 theaters. So I was very just fortunate that it played, luckily, by me. But yeah, it was limited.
Is Ethan
very
Hawke,
limited.
Is Ethan Hawke nominated for that?
He's getting praise. I think he got a People's Choice nomination, actually. So, or Golden Globe, I mean. A Golden Globe nomination. So I think there's hope possibly for the Oscars.
What was your other ones, Drew?
So I've got Steve, which was the one with Cillian Murphy that I thought was amazing.
That doesn't count. We're talking about cinema films.
Oh, really? I thought it was
just pick
movies.
Netflix. Stuff you got to go to the cinema to see.
It says best films of 2024.
Netflix. I think Netflix is fine.
No.
I mean, it gets nominated. Frankenstein, Jay Kelly, Train Dreams. I mean, you can't deny it. I mean,
it gets nominated. Like it's.
All right, well, you got to add one. If anything you use that's on Netflix that's not in the cinema, you've got to add a notable mention because that's cheating.
Oh my! I'm with you, Drew.
Okay, well, One Battle After Another, Begonia, Steve, F1, Thunderbolts, Weapons, Caught Stealing, Eddington, Mickey 17, and then controversial, but I had Badlands just because I had such a fun journey with it, and I just loved being immersed in that world and how it wasn't like, for me, I know you were saying there wasn't much tension because of like no humans, but I thought the planet they're on, everything is trying to kill them. So there was enough tension for me. I was blown away by the plants that were trying to attack them in the fields and how...
The glass leaves.
Yeah, at one point they were trying to force them into that field so those things would get them. And I just thought it was... I just loved it, man. I was really immersed.
Oh man, don't take my criticism as I loved it. I'm nitpicking because it wasn't perfect, but it was great.
I just think it's funny when you're talking about films, because normally people are thinking, oh, is it like performance? Is it like the amazing director and stuff like that? And I just think it was just, I had a really good time, and I haven't seen a Predator movie for a long time, but I just love the world they created and how they managed to link it to the Wayland affair. I thought was really clever kind of storytelling. And yeah, I really like Ellie's character.
Yeah, sometimes fun is the only criteria you need to enjoy a film.
Yeah, and again, to be fair,
absolutely.
When we talk about duality, that's a perfect example of where Ellie Fanning did an amazing job, because she played a very warm, considerate, half robot girl who was really endearing, and then she played a cold, calculated bitch of a sister, and I was like, amazing.
So is that the third duality of performance this year? That Sinners and
oh my god, it is as well. Yeah, Sinners, Alto Knights, and yeah.
I bet there's another one somewhere. Could you count Superman as a duality? Clark Kent? No. Also, no offense, but you both said Ellie Fanning. It really annoyed me. It's just Elle.
Oh, is it?
Oh, that's it.
Elle Fanning.
Oh, my bad.
Oh,
I let one go, and if the two of you said it, I thought, no, we're not gonna.
Ellie.
Unbelievable.
Okay,
right. Brilliant.
Mentions of. Oh, go on. Sorry.
Oh no, go on.
I was going to do the mentions of films that were disappointing, because like we didn't even mention it, because I was saying Black Bag was a shocker. Was an absolute shocker.
Wait, were you disappointed? You're saying, Drew?
Yeah.
There's a famous director.
Saying that movie was nonsense.
Did not see on social media this week some famous director put that in their top 5 of the year, not even top 10.
I saw someone put it as number 1 yesterday.
But it was like you've got amazing people, man. Like You got Fassbender, you've got Kate Blanchett, you got like
Yeah.
loads of other people. Pierce Brosnan, for goodness sake, just doing the
Brosnan,
rounds.
he was the best part, I thought.
But again, it was like it just felt like a kind of weird like an in joke that we weren't part of. But yet there was not enough tension. It annoyed me because you got all of these movie stars where you could have used loads of unknown actors and given them a chance. Give normal people a chance on kind of like cinema level. But yeah, it was just a shocker.
I felt every moment was just awkward. It's like, do you guys ever live a comfortable situation? But every situation was uncomfortable. Even the movie theater shot. He's like looking at her like,
Yeah,
did you really see this or not? You know?
it was. I don't know. Again, it's that thing of getting like baited by cast members and like, oh, it's going to be great because you just think it's going to be great because. But then at the end of the day, actors have got bills to pay, so they're going to say yes to movies. No, but they're going to say yes to movies because they got bills, man. Do you know what I mean? So,
Oh yeah, property taxes are a thing.
they're not always saying yes to the project because they're like, oh, this is going to be a really good script and this is a great, actor to work with and great cinematographer and great director. It's like, well, no, I've got shit that needs paying for, so I'm going to say yes. Script is, yeah, but
So, Sadie says that all the time. If I go, do you want to watch this film? She'll go, who's in it? And I'll go, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. Oh, these other people and this other person. She goes, you should have stopped 10 people ago. There's too many faces. I don't want to watch it. Too many people. They're just getting the faces for the sake of it.
100%.
So that puts her off.
Well, Nolan films are kind of at that point now too. I need an appearance. I need a slight role.
The only backup with Nolan is it is an epic, so there is multiple big stories. But if you're talking about a film about a guy at a post office and there's a murder and you have 30 Hollywood actors, that makes no fucking sense.
It's alarm bells. It's a red flag, man.
Yeah, two to three big names and a few other household names is fine, but
when you do that, it only works. What's that saga from Ryan Johnson, the detective one called?
Well, you say that.
Wake Up Dead Man.
Yeah, that's one of those too. We're like, hey, here's this round of faces. Here's this round. I know it's great, but I'm just saying, like, I feel what I'm trying to get at is that comedies are best for those kind of lineups. Like, they have to have a little bit of comedy to have that many faces. I feel like.
Yeah. I didn't like that film either, though.
But I feel like it works with Nolan movies for some reason because he gets such great performances out of people, but also how he plays with time narrative is what is one of the hooks of his movies, isn't it? Everything's about time. So I'm wondering how he's going to use time in the Odyssey, but also get such great performances out of people.
Oh yeah, so me and Peter.
That's a valid point. Yeah,
so Peter, we saw the 6 minute because Drew, I think you got a trailer instead, didn't you? Or something?
I got a trailer. Yeah,
I got a 6 minute. The horse and them staying in the horse, getting dragged up, and then them jumping out the horse.
Basically, or a trim scene.
The thing that made me laugh though, somebody shared it on social media and said, "Warning, spoilers." I'm like, yeah, but if you don't know your history, it's not a spoiler because we know what the Trojan horse is.
I only showed, I think, 6 seconds, and I'm like, if you never heard of this or imagine what it would look like, I mean, I don't know. I felt like it was that's what it would look like.
Brilliantly done, because if that's accurate, then I didn't know they were squished in that much and it was that small and they're literally standing on each other's shoulders and stuff. But again, this film is not going to be historically accurate because there's
it's action
wandering around and they're out.
But it reminded me of, it had like elements of Dunkirk because when I watched that trailer, because I saw the I saw the kind of that 6 minute thing, but like a dodgy version that someone had shared. Yeah. And it made me think of like the Dunkirk bit where they're in the boat and like the holes get put through the boat and they're trying to stop the water. But obviously this time it's with knives and it's
a big build up, isn't it? But the trailer for Avengers was shit. I just got the Steve Rogers one.
Yeah. Did you get the
four? It's already weird that he's coming back. It's like Endgame was the perfect ending for him. And it's like, like what we just went through 8 years of nonsense. What like now we need him back and Thor and Robert Downey Jr. Like, are we just going back to square one now? Like,
is there the fake AI? Because I've seen another clip and I don't know if it's AI, and it's you've got Wolverine and you've got Andrew Garfield in the snow, and they're like about to attack, and it looks amazing, and I'm like, is that real?
That's AI. There's no way that's real.
That's either AI or maybe that's round 2 of these Doomsday trailers, possibly. I haven't read into it, but you never know.
And too giving away. There's no way that happened.
There's 4 different
That's true.
versions, which is funny to get people to go to Ash
Yeah,
and
but they're going to be like what we
Ash
saw,
Fire.
just a teaser of a character. It's
Yeah.
not going to have an exciting battle in the snow like in
No,
like
but
in
it
Deadpool.
doesn't have a battle in the snow.
No, but premonishing it, it's not going to. There's
I'm
no
going
way.
to share it with you guys if I can find it again. It's Downey Jr. dressed like Doom going down a mountain in some snow. Then it just jump cuts. Then it's Wolverine. I think he just pulls out his thing, goes, shh, and then you've got like a damaged, slightly injured Andrew Garfield wearing black and a white Spider-Man.
I mean, I'm not saying no, but I'm going to say
symbiosis
90% no.
Yeah.
Like, but again, it's 12 months away, which I'm fucked off about. It's so long away. So
Yeah.
they're going to be doing teasers every 2 months to keep the interest. Otherwise, there'd be no point. So if you give an exciting scene like that away with 2 people you don't know for sure are in it and a third the biggest person, that's too early to give that away.
Yeah.
Look at the Steve Rogers one we got. It's just a man standing in a room with a baby.
Yeah. Packing
Nothing
a
happens.
suitcase.
So if we're going to do it with someone else, it's just going to be a man standing around saying he's in it.
Yeah.
Like we
So
know.
I'm betting it's going to be, well, we have Steve Rogers, Thor, Robert Downey Jr. is probably going to be the third one. Fourth one, I'm going to bet on Tom Holland.
Yeah, all the ones that are guaranteed that we already know, they're going to be teasing those, aren't they?
Yeah, familiar faces, I
Yeah.
feel like, for that fourth one.
Anyway, should we wrap up? We've done over 2 hours, which is double the
Oh,
number.
you're right. Yeah, look at that.
I think
This
it's
is a
worth it for a
version.
roundup. Worth it for.
So wait a minute. Let's just consolidate, though. So we all agree on one battle after another, right?
Yep.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay. F1,
F1, Thunderbolts,
Thunderbolts. Okay.
and Roofman, was it? Was that the
Roofman I
fourth?
got.
Well, that wasn't on my one, but yeah.
No, we're saying the ones that all 4 of us.
All 3 of
Or
us.
Sinners was the other one.
All 3 of us. Drew, you didn't put Sinners. What was your one?
Sinners. I had Steve, which pissed you off.
Steve's a great
Begins with
film.
S.
Was it Begonia?
Oh,
maybe?
Begonia.
Begonia.
That was it.
So yeah,
So-
F1, Thunderbolts, one battle after another, and Begonia. There are
I think
4.
Pete won because it's the 4, right?
That's
Yeah,
Peter
Begonia,
won.
Thunderbolts, F1, one battle after the other. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The 4 best films, according to Rage Whale Podcast, for your consideration. Woo.
You heard it here first.
Other films are considered as well, but yeah, they're the ones we'll agree on, which is great. They're quality films, and I can't take anything away from any of those. Perfect.
No, that was a solid top 4 or 5, I would say, from us.
I think the other 6 of each of us, we could all debate a couple of those. You
Oh,
might
yeah.
not like some
Yeah,
of
yeah,
mine, and vice versa, but those
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, I question a few of mine as well, to be fair, but
Yeah, Steve. But Cillian Murphy is fantastic in that.
no,
film.
I really enjoyed
Really good.
Steve. I thought it was really powerful. Like
It might have
again,
been
like
in
you
the
said
cinema.
about-
It might have
Huh?
been in an independent cinema, so we might be able to accept it.
yeah.
Not there's a rule.
They do
or
that
no.
with the Netflix movies here in America, like Frankenstein, even Jake Kelly. They give it like a 1 week run at an indie theater. That's kind of it. I feel like they'll get it technically in, but
Guys, we
not
didn't-
mass
We didn't
distribution.
mention the Colin Farrell one. The small.
Ballad of the Player, which was rubbish.
Yeah, that was really a strange one. I was really hoping that was going to be.
Wait, what was it called?
Ballad of a Small Player. It's on
Oh, I
Netflix.
thought you were talking about the one with Margot Robbie that
Big
he was
Bold
with.
Beautiful Journey.
Oh, big.
Yeah, that looked like garbage.
They both look
Oh, yeah.
terrible, but
That was-
yeah,
Do you know what's really heartbreaking about that though? Because like Colin Farrell had such a really interesting moment where he went off
Yeah.
from Banshees of Inisherin and his career again was going
Penguin.
woohoo. Then he had
Yeah,
the
the Penguin too.
Penguin, where he's nominated, and then it's like he had 2 other choices. And, it was just
but nothing wrong with his performances. It's just bad film, bad editing.
yeah.
Yeah,
was good,
it's
isn't it?
tricky when you're an actor because it's like Timmy. Like you're working on something that won't be out for a year. You don't know what trends are going to be in a year. You don't know what people are going to say in a year from now. Like it's all risk at the end of the day because they take
Yeah.
so much time.
Or what
Yeah, it's so
personality
true.
Timmy's going to have before the next film.
Apparently, Sandler. Yeah.
Yeah, if he's like whimsical and funny during a horror release, you know he's just filmed Wonka 2 or something like that. It's all delayed. It's like delayed personality syndrome.
Delayed personality.
I hope for the best with him, but if I had to choose between best modern actors, I'm going with Pedro. Not Pedro Pascal. Oh my God, Paul Mescal. Paul Mescal.
Quality.
Yeah.
And he picks very different films. Apart from Gladiator, they're all kind of low key, emotional.
Oh, very indie. Hamnet, semi in the middle of indie and commercial, but he was pretty good at Shakespeare. Probably the best Shakespeare I've seen.
Yeah, amazing. There's another recommendation for you. I'll
Yeah, I
go
need to
see it
check
next
out
year
Hamnet.
when it's out.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much, guys.
Happy holidays.
Yeah, fantastic.
Hell yeah.
See you later. Have a good, happy new year. That's
Yes.
the words. to
Happy
say.
New Year.
Honors. Yeah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a whale of a time.
Thank you all for your continued support, and please do check out our other fun episodes with many great and interesting guests. And just to let you know, we're also on YouTube if you want to also watch us. But do give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok, and we'd love a cheeky 5-star rating on here if you had a moment. And if you do want to support us further, we do have merch. The links are here and on our socials. It's ragewhale.tmill.com. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.